You would give great head, man.
This is spitty now. Does it look like that?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We won one, John. We did it. The Ramily. This is the closest I'll probably ever be to a Super Bowl championship. It actually happened. The Rams won. Stafford overcame the KFC mush.
Bro, I've never won 3 Super Bowls back to back to back. I have a chance this year.
Dynasty for Heidelberg.
I have a chance coming up to go back to back to back. I don't know who my team's going to be yet, but we'll figure it out when we get to the Super Bowl.
Dude, I'm not even kidding, though. It kind of hit me once we put the merch on sale because we were, the only people at Barstool Sports rooting for the Rams. Right?
Dude, little people in America rooting for the Rams.
Yeah, I know.
It was
nobody was rooting for them.
There was one tweet I saw. I'm going to see if I can pull it up real quick. That was so funny. And it was like perfectly why you shouldn't have been rooting for the Rams.
LA sucks and all the fans suck.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Right. It was fuck, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hey, we'll keep I will find it, but
no, it is true. Like
okay, I got it. Los Angeles cannot be allowed to win a Super Bowl at home. Imagine Ellen DeGeneres taking a big celebrity selfie in a luxury box. Imagine James Corden screaming, "We did it!" into the camera. Yeah. Imagine Machine Gun Kelly on the field celebrating with the team. It must not happen.
Yeah, no, that's tough. I like as much. It depends. Here's what it came down to. Who do you think deserves it more, players or fans? Because the people of Cincinnati deserve the fuck out of a Super Bowl. Diehard Bengals fans are some of the most hapless people in the world. But on the football side of things, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have fucking 20 more years together. And then you look at the Rams where it's like, are LA Ram fans even in existence? Do St. Louis fans even care? And then, a bunch of celebrities who hop on board. But
St. Louis doesn't. St. Louis.
They're out, right? Like we tried to talk to Nelly about it when he was looking at his dick getting sucked. Yeah. He dodged it like crazy. Are there St. Louis fans who came over?
No, I would
all
guess
mad, right?
Very few and far between, if any, because it's all Kroenke, right. And they hate him. So, right. I remember YP, Riggs. They don't claim him anymore. Those are the 3 people I know from St. Louis are YP, Riggs, Logan doesn't claim me, so 3. And then Nelly, who I don't know if he's heard of the sport of football.
He doesn't know what football is. But so it's not about the fans. Then it's about, Stafford, Aaron Donald. I guess, what's funny? People pulling for Odell. Like he garnered a lot of support. And when he got hurt, a lot of people, and even myself, I don't like Odell. I never really did, especially being a Jets fan when he was the Giants, everything. But when he got hurt, I was like, oh, man, that sucks. He was like playing well. I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here? Since when do people sympathize with Odell Beckham?
I agree. I was very taken aback by that. Giants fans were rooting for him like it was fucking Ray Bork. Like it was weird. Like we got to get one for Odell.
Yeah, but were you like, I actually felt some way about it. It was weird. Like when he caught a touchdown, I was like, he caught the touchdown and I was like, oh my God, sports is so scripted. Of course he gets one, first touchdown, whole 9. Then he got that like another big like 35-yard catch. And I'm like, that's what I started thinking. If he puts up like 100 with a touchdown, he's going to get MVP. And I started like, I definitely didn't care that much, but part of the Ramily, bro.
Yeah, no, there was a little bit more like, I give a shit about this.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
A little bit of surprise. I wasn't as big as you, it seems, or most.
No, I don't want to say it was big, but it was just strange that it even made me feel anything at all. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that guy.
I was surprised with Odell the most by how many Browns players were like he got that's a giant fuck you to Baker Mayfield.
Huge red flag for the Browns. The biggest losers last night, the Browns.
Yeah,
because for so many reasons. I saw somebody tweeted Jared Goff went to like 3 straight Pro Bowls. He went to like back-to-back playoffs. They listed all these accolades of Jared Goff. And they were like, and the Rams still felt the need to upgrade at quarterback to try to win a title. And it's like a direct shot to all the franchises that are like, well, we kind of got our guy. We'll just like kind of stick with him because you really got to go all in. And what Matt Stafford did down that stretch with a significant amount of help from the refs, but like with no Odell, 0 running game, like the fact that he even got another one in was crazy. It
got to a point where I almost tweeted out the video of our club being like, why don't they do this the whole time?
Yes, right.
When he was just running that offense, being like, Cooper Kupp, go. They were moving down the field.
Yes.
Like, Cooper, it's me and you out here. There's 22 guys out here. It's me and you. Just fucking go.
Cooper Kupp with almost over 2,000 yards receiving, including the playoffs. That is crazy, man.
That throw he made the Cooper Kupp at the 50, I think.
Yeah. Oh, the look away. That looked like it broke my brain for a second. I didn't know where the ball went in that replay.
My mentions are fucking idiot high school quarterbacks being like, that's a routine throw.
And
then guys like Pat McAfee and Chris Brown and Dan Orlovsky being like, this is one of the greatest throws of all time. And I'm like, dude, how you shut the fuck up? People like that's a regular look off. No, it's not.
No, it's not. He threw people are so fucking stupid. God. But dude, I really didn't realize
that one was so clear where it was like he threw the ball. He needed that guy to move 1.5 feet, and he moved that guy 1.5 feet. He
foot and a half.
Exactly where he
right there. Yep. Dude, that's our guy. That is our I'm a lifelong Matthew Stafford fan. Everyone knows that. Once they won and we put out all of all the Rams merch, and it was like our videos and our pictures and shit. I was like, it was actually one of the saddest moments of my life. One of the saddest thoughts I've ever had, where I was like, this is kind of the only time I've ever seen quote unquote success. I won in a big game, legitimately.
It also I didn't realize how much we were going to be used. I thought it was a funny little thing we did. If I was a person who was if I was fucking Ben Affleck on the set of Gone Girl, where it's like, I don't wear Yankees hats. I only wear Mets hat. I'd be like, guys, that's a little over the top.
You were the face. We're the face of the Los Angeles Rams. Dude, well, honestly, swear to God, there's a chance. There is a chance we might be the biggest Rams fans on the planet. And I'm not because everyone else is just a celebrity or a bandwagon LA fan. Yeah. So there's a chance that we, being the guys that we are in the industry, in the jobs that we have, we're the most important Rams fans out there.
Dude, I was heavily invested because Kelly had DM'd me, hopefully we win so we can have fun this summer. And in my head, I was like, what do you mean by we?
Matthew tends to say all the right things, but I'm hoping if he gets on some of y'all's stuff that he'll open up a little bit, because dude is funny. I mean, funny and inappropriate, but chooses not to show that version of himself.
That's gotta suck.
If he wins the Super Bowl, he's gonna let loose, and I'm praying it happens solely for that reason. I mean, a lot for him, I'm hoping it for him, but I'm hoping he does it so he can just, show his true colors.
That's a great reason to want to win the Super Bowl, so I can swear in public again.
I would be nice.
Yeah, I know what she means, bro. I know. Yeah, no, she probably means her and her husband, but she means all of us, bro. They're all coming on the show.
But I don't think so, because it was like, why would you say we to me?
To you, yeah, that's right.
There's no reason you say me and Matthew. You say we,
right?
Like,
we,
all right.
Us, royal we, everybody.
Let's have some fucking fun this summer.
Yo, we're gonna get Matthew Stafford on this show. I understand Cooper Kupp. I understand his season. It's kind of like he had a good game, and then it was like the exclamation point on top of maybe the greatest season ever for a receiver, to be honest. But just give it to Stafford. Fuck you. Let Stafford be up there in that moment. Give me a fucking break. Or even Aaron Donald, to be honest. He was the one who impacted the game the most, I felt.
Yeah. No, he did. It was he didn't until he did.
Right. And then all of a sudden
he was gone for a while. Yeah. And then it was they were double teaming. And then they decided to stop doing what worked, which was an interesting play. But teach his own.
And to the fact that like all of this happened in the middle of 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Eminem concert. I mean, 50 Cent hanging upside down, looking all fat.
Don't say it. I got a big problem with what happened yesterday.
You didn't. John texted me very upset that the internet fat shamed Curtis Jackson.
Not only am I upset, here's the deal. Here's what happened, Kevin.
Here's the deal. Tell him, John. Tell him.
Because guess what happened right after 50 Cent performed? Mary J. Blige performed.
Uh-huh.
No one kept that same energy, did we?
No, that changed real fucking quick. Nobody was bringing up the fact that she looks a little bit different than she did 20 fucking years ago.
Not a single mention that maybe fucking Mary J. Blige should have been in a one piece. No one mentioned that, did they? It was as one piece as a two piece can be, but that was a one piece. I mean, that was a two piece, and it was. She wasn't moving as fast as her backup dancers.
Dude, when she fell over at the end, like onto her back, like that was obviously a thing, but it was also a necessary thing. She was like, I don't know.
There was one where it was like they did she did like a side profile. And I was like,
nobody's saying anything about that.
And I even looked up their ages to be like maybe 50s, 15 years younger and stuff.
How weird is that, by the way? How weird the fact that Dr. Dre is only 10 years older than 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's 50s, 46. Mary J. Blige is 51. It's essentially the same.
That's
age.
the same.
If you're fat shaming one person, you should fat shaming the other person, and everyone went silent.
Well, here's the thing, though.
I was hoping to see one person say something. I almost tweeted, the same energy doesn't seem to be getting kept up right now, and I didn't want to. I wanted to enjoy the rest of the football game.
If a white fella were to say something about Mary J. Blige's appearance on Twitter, you would be canceled. You'd be over. You'd be deleted your Twitter.
She looks. I'm not even saying she's fat because 50's not fat either. 50 just looks 20 years older than he was.
Yeah, well, 50 was also in like the best shape anyone has ever been in 2003. But I will say this: as a man who so here's the problem. Dre looked like everybody else looked pretty good. Like Snoop doesn't age. 50 Cent, Eminem's been like the same size forever. Dre actually got like in shape. So 50 just had the shitty role of being the guy who looked 20 years older. But as a huskier fella who put on some pounds, I don't know what they were doing in rehearsal and whatnot, but his idea to be upside down to start that was a grave error, huge misstep. And I don't know if they ever did a sound check. Maybe they were just worried about him being physically strapped in and they didn't do like him rapping. But when he tried to rap upside down, it was like he had no breath control. It was like, why are we hanging the fat guy upside down?
He's not fat. He's big boned, Kevin.
He's Mac. I tweeted out the pictures of Mac. Yeah. It's exactly the before and after. He cultivated mass the last 20 years.
It is. He looks a little bigger. That's all that happened.
He is a thick boy.
Leave 50 alone.
My favorite thing. Did you see Trent's tweet? He said his phone blew up when 50 appeared as if Trent was in the Super Bowl. Like he was performing. I thought that their performance was unbelievable. I thought that went as smooth and as well as it could have. And like, I think Prince will always hold the title just because he's Prince and the Rain and the theatrics. But as far as like actual performing of songs, it wasn't very long. Like they all just did their hits. It was like perfect in and out. And the main problem with rap live, usually, or at least long ago, they figured this out now, is you got to have some sort of live instruments. When it's just like one guy on the mic, it doesn't work. So having Anderson .Paak on the drums and Dre on the piano, Snoop crip walking, it made it it looks like an actual rock show then with rap music. And I thought they crushed it. Snoop crip walking is just always it's the best. And he's so smooth on the mic, even doing edited version. He's walking around, he's high as fuck, and he's crip walking, and it's just he's timeless, man. It's unbelievable.
I like how there was very clearly a color palette for this show.
Oh yeah. He was cripping, bro. He's got his blue on.
But he was the one who was like, I'm not doing it.
Right. We're not doing this white and black shit.
It was all black and white. Guys were in black. Yep. Mary J was in white. Seth was white. Snoop was like, I'm doing blue and gold.
I'm crippin'.
They're like, yeah, but it doesn't phase. I don't fucking
matter.
Blue and gold. You guys figure out your shit.
Doesn't fucking matter, man.
It was a bit of a not a gut punch because I wrote a blog last week about how I'm old. But like we actually in this episode we talk about how we're a little old because we seem to enjoy the 8 mission statements of Barstool Sports, whatever you'll say.
Yeah, the core values.
The Super Bowl halftime show being marketed to you is some old shit.
Oh yeah. Well, so I saw a tweet that went viral that was like somebody was like, it was cool when me and like all of my friends, like everyone, or it says something like it was funny when all of us on Twitter said, "Wow, it's cool that they're actually doing a halftime show for the young people and not catering to old people this time." And then 10 seconds later, it hit all of us.
Yeah.
You don't feel, I've said this before, rap doesn't ever feel old because guys like Dre and Snoop and Eminem and 50 are tough and rough and they talk about guns and pussy. And so you don't ever think of that as like the old people music, but it is. We are. And here we are now. Although I do think the actual old people probably had a conniption. Like I'm sure the old, like 55 and up white people were probably like, what is this? Crap music. Rap music is crap music.
I know that the people are saying that a lot on Twitter. And maybe it's just because I'm close-minded, but like I can't imagine someone being. I know there were. I know it's Twitter. I know there were. I saw fucking. I don't know, like Charlie, whatever's kick.
Charlie Kirk. Yeah.
I saw him saying some nonsense. Like he doesn't believe that. So like, I find it hard to believe there were like people who genuinely like that because it wasn't actually never mind. Fuck, I forgot.
Bro, are you kidding me? Racist white people and old white people in America? Of course, there was people thinking.
I forgot Eminem took a knee afterwards too.
Yeah, I saw a tweet saying that was like not real. All that like Goodell never said that, and
the NFL definitely did damage control and said we saw the rehearsals and we saw every aspect of the performance all week at rehearsal. No, you didn't.
But when Eminem did that though, I didn't think of that as like the cap. Like I don't know. I thought it was just like performing, but I guess that's.
Oh no, I thought Kaepernick.
Yeah, I didn't think of that in the moment. I just thought like, you're on stage, you're doing weird shit. But yeah, that and the line from Dre about
still not loving police.
Yeah,
which is like the nicest thing you can say about.
I was gonna say for Dr. Dre's catalog,
bro. At this stage of political discourse. Still not loving police like means you have like a thin blue line sticker.
Yeah, you are a hero. Yeah,
like I don't love him. And he's pro police. This guy, he's not an ACAP guy. He's pro police.
I would say though that I think the halftime show, as far as excitement and energy and all that, was the star of the night because the game, I don't know if it was Al Michaels. He didn't really have a great call, like a great moment. I don't know if it was the refs ruining it at the end. I don't know if the fact that it was the Rams and it's an LA town. I don't know what, but that felt, or maybe the fact that it was 2 lower seeds. There wasn't like a villain. There wasn't a hero, no Brady involved, no Patriots, whatever it is. I don't know. That just felt like a very blah game and reaction and ending to me.
The ending, yeah.
And like Kroenke, the speeches, all of that was just like, we won the Super Bowl, guys.
Yeah, I didn't pay all that much attention to the actual. I kind of started getting tweets off, so I didn't pay much attention to like the actual celebration on the field. But I did hear that it was pretty like. It
was just like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I guess I thought it was cool, like a game-winning sack from Aaron Donald. But I guess you're thinking like, will Burrow have a drive? Will there be a big moment? And it was just like, nope, game's over.
Yeah, it did feel like incomplete almost.
And you know what? It's funny when all the storylines play out. I thought it was kind of interesting when they did that long ass Halle Berry intro where they were talking about sports and movies. But it really is kind of funny that it's like sports they're just movies that happen in real time. You know what I mean? Like the theatrics of it all and the script of it all. And the fact that the O-line like broke down at the end and Aaron Donald, like that was the storyline. That was what everyone talked about. It wasn't really a factor for a long time. And then, but like in the end, Aaron Donald gets a sack. O-line lets Joe Burrow down. Game over. And it's like, yep, this is all part of the script that's already written.
It was, I think Coley mentioned it, where it was like, particularly having that before this game, tough luck.
What?
having having the comparison or drawing the parallels between the NFL and scripted television, or scripted film, when you have an investigation being opened in this morning. It's been officially opened, I believe, into an owner, Stephen Ross, for fixing games, and then you have these that game play out where even as a Rams guy, there's that holding call was.
I mean, giving them a new set of downs.
Offsides.
Yeah.
There was a false start, and then Aaron Donald was offsides on that final snap.
On the final play, I know.
Yep.
I know. Two blown calls there. They barely blew the whistle all game, which was nice until 3 flags on that final drive there. But I mean, giving them a new set of downs inside the 10 there was just like, I mean, that's as big of a fucking swing as that was. Some shit where, like, if you want to put your tinfoil hat on and tell me that the refs had money on the game, I'd be like, I don't know, man. That's probably the more logical fucking answer here. That was crazy.
And drawing comparisons to the T. Higgins, a touchdown catch open second half.
Yep.
Well, that was a blown call. That was missed. Yeah. Well, I could see the ref. I could see how he couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's behind them. It's a quick little pull on the face here. Mm-hmm. You didn't see it. It just looks like he fell. It's a blown call, no doubt. It's a penalty. But I think there's a difference between a blown call and a call where, the call was made where there really wasn't a foul.
That was the famous line is refs could call holding on every single play in the NFL. Yeah. And it's when they want to, they can. And that always feels a little. Yeah. And there was a spot at one point on a third down that was weird. I know you always talk about that, where it's just some fucking guy waddles his way in there and just says, here. Your Super Bowl just is over because of that. But anyway, I also I know I'm in the Ramily. I know Stafford was my guy, super happy for him. And let's talk about Aaron Donald retiring is wild too. If I was both of those guys, I'd be like, all right, peace, I'm done. Yeah. And I know my logic behind it was the Bengals are so set for so long and they'll be back and all that. But it is always such a scary thought in the NFL where it's you don't get the he'll be back. It's not basketball. It's not the NBA where it's you really will be back. I think he will. I really do, because I think the Bengals are so set up with multiple guys who are under 25. But I know they might. It's not that they might not be good. You could be fucking 14-2 for the next, or 15.
Peyton Manning was really good.
right.
He did not get back there a lot.
I know.
He ended up playing in 4. So he got there.
You do get, but it's just, and especially in Cincinnati, you might just go back to being the Bengals, and you never know. So I do when I know why, because Burrow is the star, but man, they put the camera on him quite a bit after it was over there, and just watching him and seeing his face, I was like, oh man, now I feel like an asshole for
him walking out. Charlotte Wilder tweeted a picture of him leaving, and it was she just
when he was hobbling out.
Huh?
When he was hobbling out.
No, it was just a picture, so I don't know.
Oh.
But it was just he was in his suit, which I didn't like to start. I not that I don't think it's too cocky or anything like that. I just didn't think it was a very nice suit. I didn't. Joe
Burrow could, going into that game, literally could do no wrong. No matter what he wore, it was going to be Joe Burrow and all that. But I thought that was a weird.
I guess it's kind of Bengals-ish, where it's got the stripes and all that stuff. But it was. I thought that was we went, and it happens. We all make fashion mistakes when we're trying to take risks.
That was a heat check for sure. That was
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But then he wore it out. You got to have a change of clothes for post game.
Yeah, right. You can't. That can't be your losing suit. You can't. No. Yeah, that's tough, man. I always think about how literally leaving the stadium. He hopped in that golf cart, and then what happens from there? You drive out of some tunnel, and you have some car that's right there.
It's actually, I know the answer to this. It's been went viral fairly recently. A Bills player after the game against the Colts just did a TikTok of what it's like.
Oh yeah, how it looks. Yeah,
and it's you walk out. There's a spread of food, subs usually. You kind of grab one. You get on a bus. Buses don't wait for the whole team. They take you to the airport. There's more food at the airport for you. You get on the plane. The plane waits for the whole team. Take off. I think that Bills player, I forget who it was who did it, from end of game to back in Buffalo was 3 hours.
Wow. It's funny with the food. It's just, I always, with everything in sports and life, I try to like break it down to a true, just normal human level where it's like, what do you eat beforehand? And what do you do beforehand? And then afterwards, you're like, you're fucking so crushed that you just lost, but you're also like, oh, is there chicken cutlet or is that only American? Is that a cold cut trio? What is that? You know what I mean? It's just so weird to me that you just go back to your regular life now and, you know, you go home and you scroll Instagram and you hop on Pornhub or whatever the fuck you do at night, you know? So bizarre. But yeah, man. So the Ramily, we got the job done. That's the closest I'll probably ever get to a championship. Shout out to Matthew Stafford, Kelly Stafford. I hope he does that Instagram thing. I posted that clip right afterwards, but when he said he was going to create an Instagram for one post and one post only, I hope he does it. So
if I were to choose, and this is contingent on the turnout for the parade, one pick from behind you of the parade of the speech they give afterwards. Now you'd have to have a big crowd for it to be a good picture, but that's the pick I do.
Oh, the one pick you would post. That's a good.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but I think Stafford would do. I could see Stafford doing like a family thing.
Yeah.
But you know what he should do? Post a Lions thing. Like, this is for Detroit. Fuck Los Angeles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know none of these people are really my fans. Give me a break. Like, how many real like diehard fans could there be?
No, J-Lo.
Yeah, that's if you're gonna do what he did, you gotta nail it. Tweet at us. What do you think? If you didn't have social media, you win the Super Bowl, you're considered like a plain Jane dude. What would be your one? What if he went frat Stafford and posted like all those old pictures with all like, you know what you should do? We should post the backup quarterback at Georgia. And he went frat Stafford on him and just said, fuck everybody. I did it. Fuck all you guys. So yeah, shout out to the Ramily. And hopefully I mean, you know, Kelly was talking about how she hopes that Stafford cuts loose a little bit now and shows his personality. So come on down, brother. Open invite to hop on KFC Radio. Enough about us talking Super Bowl, though.
Before we get to Jackie, I want to do two quick things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Very quick. One, I have a bone to pick. When I was hot online yesterday for like 30 seconds, as everyone is. Because I tweeted that I was gonna that I wanted the. I like the Super Bowl on Sundays now. I guess that's another thing of getting older, where I'm like, you know what? I like it on a Sunday. I don't. There's something special to like work being tomorrow. The food tastes better. I think Michael Hurley said that. And it's just there's just a. I don't know if I get when you're in your 20s, like I'm going to a Super Bowl party. I was just hanging out with my dad and my mom.
You know what I don't get though? Yes, that's true. And you get older, and it really doesn't matter whether days are weekends or weekdays because all your days suck. But you know what I don't get? Pretty much, if you're in that age range, you're in that mode, you go out on Sunday for NFL Sundays for fucking 20 straight weeks.
Right.
you drink all day Sunday and go to work hungover on Monday for like 4 straight months. And now all of a sudden we can't do it for a game that starts at 6 o'clock. Like,
I was going to say, 9:30 we were over last night, 10 o'clock. It was like, all right, this is not.
It's very bizarre.
I was actually like, this is weird because I want to go to bed, but I'm not tired yet. So I guess I
binged the whole season on Netflix afterwards. I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
I saw Dan tweet that there should be West Coast basketball on after the Super Bowl. Those would be great games.
That was a bold move for the for NBC 30 minutes after the Super Bowl ended to give us monobob.
When they cut to that, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. And I couldn't stop reading it as mono boob on Twitter, so I was just picturing one huge breast, like the Total Recall, which is free, just one huge cyclopean boob. But I tweeted that and like pretty quickly got a lot of replies being like, "Well, you don't have a real job," and if it's one person, I ignore it, whatever, who cares? And I'm aware we don't have real jobs.
Yeah.
But the people who tell you don't have a real job don't have real jobs either.
Nobody has real. There's like 4 people who have real jobs.
No, jobs aren't real. No one has a real job.
Unless you have surgery on Monday, your job's not real, you know? And as a matter of fact, I've always said this. You know what I used to do on Super Bowl Monday? I would go sit at my computer hungover and just stare at the fucking desk for 10 hours.
Yo, I was like, dude, just don't go to work tomorrow. The worst thing that happened is Eileen puts like a mark on your permanent record. No one gives a shit. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
It is. I will guarantee your salary for the rest of the year if you just skip work tomorrow and you fucking get fired. Unless you have a clean record, unless you always do that. In which case, I'm not.
Yeah, you're the Mondays off kid. You would do it with a real job too.
Yeah, nothing. Look at me now. Nothing happened. Nothing happens. Like you like I was like, you work at HubSpot. Who fucking cares? There's nothing matters. It just doesn't. There was fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say.
What was your
but it was like it was yesterday was to the point where I was like, because it's also annoying where it's like I do sales. Well, that's not real.
No.
Because you know what's really annoying about it is someone who works at Barstool can say I do sales at Barstool, and someone would go, "That's a real job." Well, you're selling me, so how is my fucking job not real then?
Yes. Yeah, who's more important, them or us? Fuck the non-content skills. Also, shout out to Hank winning the touchback. Hank against the world with that touchback bet. I'm so happy for him on that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was going to pick up pizza beforehand, and it was snowing a lot here, and it was like the roads were not good, and I was like kind of wanting to speed to make sure I got back in time for kickoff. And I got back in time and I didn't speed, but it was like I was like kind of like, all right, I should go faster, but also I'll probably crash if I go faster than this. So I was in a balanced mode. However, the second thing I wanted to bring up real quick, fuck the New York Times, bro.
Well, you don't. What you got a problem with Wordle,
bro? I was having fun,
Robin.
Okay? I was having fun on beginner level fucking Wordle, and you made it too hard, and now I feel dumb every day. It's crazy, dude. I didn't even get. I only got 3 letters today.
Yo, you know what I did? So I went. There's a link that you can do archived Wordles. You can go back to the very beginning.
Okay.
The very first one was cigar. Fine. The next 3. So imagine this is like a game that you made for your family, and you're like, "Hey guys, I got this game." The next 3. The first one was rebut, REBUT. The second one was let me pull it up. It was
rebut only has 1 T. That's a surprise to me.
Yeah, I guess
I usually read it as rebutted, which has 2 T's.
2 T's, yeah. It was fuck, where it was 2 fake. Oh, it was rebut, then it was sissy with 3 S's in one word, and then the fourth one was humph, HUMPH. I would have got 3 in a row wrong and been like, "Fuck this game, dude! I don't want to play this ever again." Like,
well, have you done today's? Bro, today's was the hardest one I've ever had.
Well, I did it last night actually. What was today? Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, well, yeah, it'll be Oh, Cynic's tough.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God, dude. I got. Bro, I got to the point where I was just guessing. Like I was guessing words. Like I knew they weren't there. I knew a letter wasn't in it. I misspoke. I got 1 C. I got this. I had to start with a C, and I got an I in the wrong place. That's like 6 guesses. That's what I got.
Yeah, man. The Times doesn't fuck around. Fuck you.
It's not like, bro. It's like I was comparing it to like when you start working out, right? You don't fucking go do a Navy SEAL training right away. You go for a walk. You go for a jog.
Hold up. Yeah.
Like that was. I don't do a lot of mental exercises, Kevin. So I was starting Wordle. I was happy to be on a jog. I mean, this is nice. Breaking a little bit of a sweat. Not too big a deal. Feeling good about myself. Feeling fucking powerful. Feeling like I'm making changes in my life. And then they started hitting me with cynic. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm going back to the couch. This is dumb.
I'm gonna be fat and stupid again. All right, enough about us and our football analysis. Nobody cares. Everybody wants to hear from the #1 feminist and only solo female football analyst in the game. It is the final week of her rookie season of Jacqed Up. It's brought to you by 3Chi, and it is now time for Jacqed Up.
Jacqed Up.
3 minutes on the clock. Are you ready, Jackie? This is it. This is your swan song, girl.
Yeah. It's the last one. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty
Pretty relieved.
Happy about it.
Yeah.
I also thought that like by the end, I was gonna like really understand football and everything.
So you thought that the first week. You said the first week you're like, this isn't going to be funny. It's just going to be me teaching you about football.
Well, yeah, I was a little, but then turns out like it's a really complicated sport. There's so many rules and stuff.
Who knew?
I still don't get it. I don't get it. But I know enough to know. Well, okay, first of all, I want to say this. I originally was going to be rooting for the Bengals, right?
Yep.
And then we interviewed Kelly Stafford, and I was like, okay, no, she swayed me. I'm rooting for the Rams.
Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt. That was a pretty devastating moment for me to realize I'd already bet on the Bengals last night. I went to check my bets and realized that after they won the AFC Championship, I had bet the Bengals. Then interviewed Kelly Stafford, same thing as you, got swayed to the Ramily, and bet the Rams with the spread. And I lost all of my bets despite betting on both teams.
Yo, bet on both teams and not win anything is fucking so classic, you moron.
It is crazy. I bet on both teams and lost, Kevin.
Only you, babe. Never change. So wait, you were Joe Burrow.
I was Joe Burrow. Then I was swayed to the Ramily, and then you guys were all like, "No, you should stick to the Bengals, or at least."
Who said that? I didn't say
at least
that.
Pavs and Zach, but I thought that you were too. So then I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll be a Bengals fan." And then that was just stupid. So then also Pavs and I made a bet that whoever lost has to wear like Nelk Boys merch the whole week.
Oh boy.
So now technically I have to do that.
Why are you guys doing funny things not on camera? That's a funny bet. People should have known about that.
Was that on the vlog?
No.
You morons. Christ.
You guys, we're producers. We're not like
Oh, you're not content, huh?
you're not content. Hashtag not content. But so I guess my outfits are planned out for the next month. I have Nelk Boys merch for 1 week, and then I have the Stephen Hawking shirts for the next 3 weeks or whatever. So people are just gonna be like, why does she just have weird style? Anyways, okay, so then root for the Bangies, and they lost, which was not very fun. But I was happy for the Ram fam and for Kelly Stafford and Matthew Stafford and that cute little family. But basically,
give us the rundown. Give us the Jacqed Up.
Here's the rundown. Okay. They start the game. And then you see, this is something that's like, oh, I was really predicting by the end. I was just going to be like, they start the game. But I don't know. I still don't know.
You were just going to, you are so not where you wanted to be. Even when you just did that little thing right there, all you said was they started the game.
Well, I know.
Because anything else other than they start the game.
I know that. What is a more official way to say that?
Well, you just don't have to say it because we know that the game started.
It's a vibe.
So you could just be like, first quarter, Odell Beckham scores a touchdown and just go.
Is it Odell Beckham OBJ?
Yeah.
Yes.
He got hurt. OBJ hurt. Cooper Cup, good. I was going to tweet something like Super Cup, more like, no, Super Bowl, more like Super Cup. And then turns out that was like a very common tweet. But
was it? I honestly, I didn't hear that.
It rhymes with Cooper? What's a Super Cup?
No, because it's like Super Bowl.
Bowl Cup. Oh, okay, got it.
The Cup.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah,
you guys are missing out by not having me be on the social team.
Honestly, what's really funny is all of your rhymes and all of your raps absolutely suck. And you always tweet bars afterwards. But that one, Super Cup, it made me think. I didn't even get it at first. That would have been your best line, and you didn't even fucking tweet it.
The first part was unnecessary, but thank you. What you could have just said. That was pretty good.
Kevin. That's like when we were like, you don't have to say the mean part. You can just say it's a nice part.
Well, someone does need to say the mean part so Jackie doesn't think she's a rapper.
No, like, you guys, again, it's music it's an art form and it's objective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You mean subjective?
Subjective.
Whatever. Okay.
So they start the game.
Okay, so they start the game. Yeah, that's right. They start the game. The Rams are up. Rams are scoring. And then the Bengals start to score. And then the Bengals kind of come up from behind. And then it is okay, so then
this is so bad.
How is it your worst one yet?
How is this Super Bowl jacked up so bad?
I know. Well, here's the
It's
issue.
the 20th one.
I know it's not my 20th one.
Yeah.
It's my 20th one.
Yeah.
I know, but well, because it was a lot.
Did you get like hammered last night?
No, but I was decent.
Tell me about the halftime show.
Okay. Well, I'm still in the middle of the game.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. The Rams have win. The Rams score. The Bengals are coming from behind.
Yeah, the Bengals are coming from behind. Bengals are up. Our Bangies are doing well, doing their thing, and then the Rams do their thing. And the Rams.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I really don't know how to describe this.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna salvage this here and just tell everybody that in the middle of your date the other night, your guy told you that he was an OnlyFans performer and pulled out the phone, John, and showed her fucking some chick on his OnlyFans.
Yeah. Why? That was so unnecessary for
Well,
it.
no, if you saw how bad Jacqed Up was going, you would know it's super necessary.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
Look at John's face. Yeah.
That wasn't even the worst part of it.
No, it wasn't. The other part, I don't think we can talk about.
No,
though.
we're not gonna talk about the other part. We can talk about. He also like.
What? I mean, you gotta tell me we can cut it out, I guess, but I gotta know right now.
So can I just start from the start?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Please. Jacqed Up with your date is much better.
What?
Jacked Up your date is much better.
Okay. So I have to cut out like some of the parts.
Yeah, but no, we'll just beep it. You tell the whole story.
I'll say he had criminal charges. Okay.
Why do we have to cut that out?
Well, I don't know. You'll see why, because
Okay. So I get in. He instantly starts like he was.
Where'd you meet him? Sorry.
Hinge.
Hinge. Okay.
Okay. So he's like, but he got in. He's cute. He's like, cool. But first of all, he orders a spiked Shirley Temple, and then he isn't funny about it. Like I was like kind of teasing him, and he just like wasn't like, you can't order a spiked Shirley Temple and not be funny about it.
That's a great point. Yeah.
So true.
And he just like wasn't a funny person. Anyways, so then like he was also texting a lot about his job at first, and then he keeps like texting about then he instantly starts talking about his job, keeps talking about that, and then 10 minutes in, I was like, oh, so where'd you go to school? He tells me where he goes to school. And he's like, but I got like a little expelled at the end. And I was like, how did you get expelled?
Gang.
And no, don't gang this.
No, you don't want to gang this at all.
It was for
Before you say one single more word, let me tell you, I'm in the same boat as this guy.
well, yeah. I mean, it was for criminal charges. I'll say that. Which then he was like, but like my family's rich, so this person who did the people who criminally were charged, whatever, he was like, we're gonna sue them for everything they own because my dad is rich. We're 10 minutes in.
This is being told to you via text, or is it being told to you at
the date? At the
date. Okay.
At the date. Okay. And so I was like, that feels like a red flag. But I stood and I stayed. And so now we're 20 minutes in, and then he tells me that at the time he had also overdosed on drugs a few times, opiates. And he I still don't know. And he was in rehab, the whole thing. He's 500 days sober, has like a sponsor and everything. But he was drinking.
I was just saying he's 500 days sober. He got spiked.
Yeah. No, he's just like drug sober. He's not like sober.
He's just drug sober.
I'm sober light.
He's sober light. Yeah, California sober, whatever. So then he tells me that, and then he tells me that to make money, because his parents cut him off when he was criminally charged, he started an OnlyFans. And then he talks about, we're 30 minutes in, talks about how big his dick is, how sexual of a person he is. Anyway, so we have more dates coming up.
So the whole, yeah, exactly. The whole time she's like, yo, this guy sucked so bad. He didn't ask me a single question. He doesn't
end up going halvesies. We're gonna go halvesies, right?
Yeah, he kept saying we're gonna go halvesies on the bill. She was like just sitting there being like, I don't care about your job. He's showing her his dick, his OnlyFans. He's criminally charged. He's in rehab, and Jackie's like, so I'm seeing him tonight, and I was like, what? What? So
it was fun.
John,
We played
John, here's her
Jenga.
plan. Her plan is to out fuckboy the fuckboy, which I don't know. Girls, guess what? You can't do that. It's not possible.
No, I'm gonna out fuckboy the fuckboy.
You are absolutely not.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, what's your plan?
My plan is.
By the way, I just want to say this. I disavow this move.
Yeah.
If it was just like he's a douchebag, I'd probably be like, all right, go crazy, out fuckboy the fuckboy.
Yeah.
The criminal charges, I feel as a parent here unsafe with you continuing this relationship.
No, I'm also gonna cut out the part where I just said I'm gonna hang out with him this week. That was just for you guys.
No. That stays in. I will be listening.
Okay, I explain? I want to explain my side.
I'm gonna tweet tomorrow. Did Jackie tell and I'll do a poll? Did Jackie leave in the part that she's hanging out with the guy again this week?
Yeah, don't think that you can sneak this by us. No, we're gonna know.
Okay, but then if everybody could just not judge me, and here's the thing. Despite the criminal charges, that part, here's the thing, is when he explained his side, I was like, oh, okay. And then when I said out loud, I was like, oh, wait, he might have been biased.
Jackie, here's something crazy that's never been said, and I'm going to say it anyway. I'll give him a free pass on that. He's still a detestable person.
Yeah, he's still awful.
Let's say we live in a fantasy land.
Let's call a spade, John. She saw the OnlyFans video and she's like, okay.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing is also.
That's literally the only thing it could be.
And you know what? That's fine, girl. Go off.
Yeah.
But let's call a spade.
Well, okay. Also, the thing is, like, I feel like it is empowering to be like, I don't care what he thinks of me. Like,
yeah, I get that.
You know, like I'm
but
just
like
going
do that
to
with just like not a horrendous person.
No, here's the thing: is I could just date somebody who's not a horrendous person who also whatever, but I feel like I'm just gonna go down this road because he's there.
Hey, you know what? I have a rule where like when you tell your friends to not do something that's like horrible, and they just like look at you in the eye and they say, "Understood, feedback noted." Still gonna do it because I want to. So okay,
yeah,
go ahead, go make that OnlyFans video, girl.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And we're going on a date. The next, it's not, we're gonna.
He's gonna pay.
Yeah, he started the thing with bragging about how rich he is, and ended it with we're going halvesies.
He told yes. Yeah. Well, I think because his parents cut him off a little bit.
Yeah, but yo, you got that OnlyFans money. You got such a big dick. You're so sexual.
Yeah. Well, so the reason, here's the reason why he didn't want to pay was because he said that he goes on dates. Every girl he goes on dates with is just using him for his money. And
Jackie
guy is so bad.
How are you believing all these things?
He also
oh my god.
He also asked me 0 questions. I don't think he knows where I work. I don't think he knows.
I bet you he doesn't know your name.
No, he probably doesn't know my name.
Jackie.
Amazing.
But I think I kind of like it. I don't know.
Look at her. She's smitten, bro. This is like if for anybody who's like nice guys finish last is not a thing. Like, look at this. Look at this shit.
I'm kidding. It's a bit.
You are 100% going out with this guy at least like 3 more times.
No. It's all a bit. For everybody who thinks I don't. For everybody who thinks I don't have self-respect, it's also more of just like it's a story at this point.
That is true.
Like I know that this guy was
that.
fucking with me at one point.
However, when did this happen?
Last week.
When?
Tuesday.
Last Tuesday.
I also want it. So we've
recorded 3 podcasts since this happened.
Yeah.
So when were you going to tell this story?
Right. Like the only reason this just came up because I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing tonight or something like that? Like, it just
here's the thing.
Casual conversation.
Again, I'm not in content, so.
Yes, you are.
I mean,
you're in both. You have your feet firmly.
Okay. Also, the thing is, it wasn't going to come up until Kevin just brought it up unnecessarily. I have a football analysis.
I'm a professional.
If this is the story, then it should have come up the day. Jackie, if I went on a date with, we'd have an emergency fucking podcast. There would be, it would be like, I'd be like, guys, everyone get to the studio right now. we have a story to talk about.
Yeah, well,
You
it's
went
like-
a week
it's like-
without even mentioning it casually.
Because I didn't need, you know what? I already have my friends judging me.
Yeah, her
Just-
friends, and then I was like, because I was like kind of genuinely worried, and you said something like, my friends talk some sense into me, and now here we are back scheduling dates. So I guess you lost that sense. you are such a fucking idiot. You are such a dude.
just let me be 22. I need here's the thing. Hey, remember when I said I need to get my heart broken, right?
Yeah, well,
And this is a good guy to get my heart broken by, because it's like, okay, at the end of the day, I'll be like, oh wait, yeah, he's like criminally charged, like, like all this. And
you're trying to get your heart broken by a guy who like who should never have your heart in the first.
I respect that, like going into a relationship, being like, all right, what are his negatives that I can fucking whine about when this ends?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's your number one. What's the number one qualification to date me? Have things that I can easily shit talk when we break up.
Yeah, you're going to be an easy breakup, dude. That's your number one
There's a subtle
quality.
genius to that. There's a subtle genius to that.
I mean,
right.
they do call me a genius, so
Well, they don't.
shut up. Okay, so can we get back to football?
I guess. Is there anything else you want to
Okay,
say?
I'll talk about the halftime show.
Okay, halftime show.
Jackie, I just want to be clear. Going back to football after that is like going to Monobob after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is the people
But
want
go
to
ahead.
know what
Just
happened
do
in the
football.
game. I feel like you guys are being really harsh on my football analysis this time.
What's
And-
worse,
I feel like we're being
John?
harsh
What's worse, Jackie's football analysis that doesn't exist, or her dating technique?
Yeah, I would go so far as to say, in this situation, it would be the fall.
Yeah, which is
Because-
scary.
Despite how horrendous the dating is, this is the football has been worse. I think so far we've gotten OBJ got a touchdown.
No, he got hurt. Jeez.
I said he got hurt. Did he get
Give us the
touchdown?
halftime show. Do you even like what were you like one when 50 Cent was popular?
I don't know. But here's the thing: is I also think that I agree. Everybody was so harsh on him, and he's like in fine shape.
Like he actually is big, but he just looked
Yeah,
swollen.
yeah. And the upside down wasn't like the most flattering angle, but like everyone was really like fat shaming him, and he was fine. Like I get it, he looks different, but
Yeah,
it was-
What do you think Mary J. Blige looked like?
I'm not gonna comment. She looked great. She's a queen.
See, and there you go. There it
Like,
is.
look, it's not anti Mary J. Blige. Just be like, yeah, she looks like she looks like what she looks like. Just say that. Like, there's.
I ain't even
Look
saying
what
that.
she looked like. I'm not gonna. You guys are just
what I
trying
will
to
say
pull
about Mary
bad
J.
stuff out of
Blige,
me. What?
she didn't have eyebrows. The bleached eyebrows is ridiculous. She looks like she blew her eyebrows off.
I didn't notice that.
Like she was like Uncle Leo in Seinfeld. There's no eyebrows.
I didn't notice that. I was too busy watching her dance like this.
Oh, you're gonna get shredded, dude. The black people are gonna hate you. You can't go after Queen Mary. You're fucked.
I didn't even.
Let's go after Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is 5'3". He's listed as 5'5", I think. 5'6" on Google. That means he's like 5'4".
He also he had the best opener of the night though. That when they popped out of those Dre Day
That was
boxes,
cool.
That was sick.
I thought also at the bar that I was at, I watched it from the bar, and everybody went crazy the whole time. And then it was really funny because like whenever like the N-word would come up or everything, everybody would go silent. It was good to see.
That is good.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, and then football. Okay. Here's the part that I'll just I know you guys are like shut the fuck up about football, but I'll say this. So then at the end, Joe Burrow, like the Bengals had an opportunity to score. There was a little bit of time because then the Rams scored, and then there was like one opportunity for them to come back, but then the offensive line or the defense
Offensively.
didn't do their job, and so Joe Burrow couldn't throw to anybody, and then they lost the game. And then
I'm so happy you got that part in because that was so critical. Just say thank you to me for salvaging it with.
Okay, I guess thank you, but now everybody's gonna.
You know what
judge
we're gonna
me.
do now is Jacqed Up for the off season is gonna be you giving breakdowns of your dates.
Jacked up dating life.
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents.
Anyone
listen to,
has
like-
these. And
Also, thank you because my parents listen to this, so they're gonna be like, "Oh, sorry, you're dating who?"
Yeah, they might want to skip this one.
Well, how about this? Maybe they should know. Maybe they should.
maybe you need parents in your life.
maybe that's who you need to talk to from, because it's clearly not working from your friends. Doesn't seem to be working for me and Kevin. Maybe mom and dad need to give you a shout and say, hey, don't date.
You can tell your parents that you're dating a guy who's 500 days sober, who's a movie producer. It's all quality.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when he showed you his dick?
What?
She asked for it.
No.
You asked to see it?
Yeah.
Why are you?
Wow, look at him respecting consent these days, huh? Good for him.
Consent on this one. He learned his lesson. He's rehabilitated.
I also he kept talking about it and he wanted to be asked about it. And then I got curious. So then I was like, well, can I?
No, I don't blame. I'd be like, all right, let's fucking see it then.
Yeah. It's also like, okay, are you really gonna like, if you're gonna like, let's see, put your money where your mouth is, type of deal.
Yeah.
Not,
but not on the bill, apparently. Put your money. Don't.
Yeah.
He's counting pennies. He's like, the Spike Shirley Temple was cheaper than the jalapeno margarita. So.
Anyways, Jacqed Up.
Jacqed Up football comes to an end. Tweet at us with other topics that you want to see Jacqed Up. We'll do it like once a month or every now and then, or if something pops up, we'll get Jacqed Up non-football edition. And you can do like old historical things and old headlines and old stories and things that you want Jackie to break down. So tweet at us with your Jacqed Up ideas. Good rookie season. It was you came out of the gate so hot, and then we lulled, and then you came back, and then we limped to the goddamn finish line.
I hit a point where I just like hated it. Everybody can probably tell. I'm not gonna lie, like it just started to feel. It really just felt like a school presentation. Where I would,
well, it's like,
and I'm sorry,
that's your job to make it not stink. So
okay, but first of all, it's not my job.
Not in content.
I'm a senior producer.
I'm
not senior.
No, you're not.
Get out of here.
I'm a producer. Okay, I've never been content. I've never had the experience, and you guys were like, okay, 3 minutes on the clock about something that you don't know of. Go, and then I was like, that's kind of hard to do.
But
you know what? Where are your beats?
But I know it's coming every week. But here's the thing: is I would no. Here's the thing: is I would do the research. But then
no, you weren't. There were just weeks you just listened to PMT, and then
I'm gonna shut the fuck up after this. The anxiety of a camera being on, then I forget everything. Suddenly, cameras on, I forget everything about it. I actually watched this game and everything, and I watched a lot of the games. But then I get nervous.
Yeah, you're not clutch. You don't have the clutch gene. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, because I'm not content. I'm a producer. # non-content.
Unbelievable. Jacqed Up.
All right.
I am doing the ads on this week's episode. Obviously after the 3-chi, because Kevin had to run. So he doesn't know that I'm saying this. So before we get into the Allbirds ad, I want everyone who's listening to this to tweet at Kevin something along the lines of like, dude, WTF, or that was weird, bro, or come on, that's odd. Like just make it seem like something, like he did something fucked up. Everyone tweet that. This is so mean what I'm doing. This is so mean. I'd have a heart attack if I will just check Twitter and just tons of people have tweeted me like, that was weird, man. And I'd be like, what the fuck did I do? I'd maybe end it all if I didn't know why I did it, why I was getting those messages. But send them all to Kevin, because that's going to be fun. Anyway, today's episode, or this segment, is brought to you by Allbirds. I am about to slip into my Allbirds right now. I'm looking out. I'm at my parents' house. I'm looking out at my gym. I'm going to go work out right now, despite the snow, despite the rain, the sleet, everything. I'm like the United States Postal Service. I deliver in any weather. Allbirds does the same. Whether you're eating miles on the road, whether you're in the gym, doesn't matter. Allbirds has you covered. They're the most comfortable shorts in the history of the world. I like them just laying on the couch. I could just sit on the couch, watch Super Bowl in a pair of Allbirds, and they're my thing. You know Allbirds, they are from they have the most comfortable shorts in the whole world, right? They're shorts that work in the gym. They're shorts that work out running. They're shorts that work just on the couch watching the Super Bowl. However, they've stepped it up even further than the comfortable shorts. They're going shoes now. Wool Dasher mizzles, okay? They're sustainably made. They're comfy as shit, and they are made to eat miles out on the road, whether it's in rain, whether it's in sleet, whether it's in snow. You can be like the United States Postal Service or like Johnny Feidelberg, and you can be in your Allbirds taking care of business. Go to allbirds.com and get yourself a pair. Allbirds.com. It's ALLBIRDS.com. Allbirds.com.
We are here to kill the lizard. We are walking with God. This is the window into the soul of sinful men.
Is he? He's gonna come on. I hope he comes on.
I don't think he's gonna come on.
Why?
Because I think he knows that we would sandbag the shit out of him.
I don't think. I think he'd probably convert me.
You're concerning me with how much you're on his side.
I'm 100% on his side.
You're
He's
not
speaking facts. Like
he's such a fucking loser.
He's such a. So what? Losers are right most of the time. That's how
losers are right most of the time.
Yeah, like nerds, losers are the smart people.
Bro, my cheeks that episode were so red it looked like I had clown makeup on. Oh, really, Jackie?
Yeah,
you good?
You do look like.
Look at that. It looks like I have fucking blush on. Huh?
Do you have rosacea?
It was just this one day. I was like in a rush to get here, so I had to clean up my apartment real quick because these people are looking to buy it. So I like really was running around, and then I was sweating, so I took a shower, and the shower made it worse.
Bro, hang on a second here. Are you telling me that you were discolored for hours because you cleaned?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was flushed and sweating for hours because I made my bed.
I don't know what was happening. It was fucking crazy.
See, my thing is I had to stay red. You don't get red if you stay red.
Yeah, you're just that color all the time. Yeah. And it didn't help that it matched my shirt completely. Anyway, this is KFC Radio, the window into the soul of sinful men, which is the most poetic and accurate. I used to always tell people it's access to the unfiltered minds of like the regular guys, but I think a window to the soul of sinful men is unbelievable.
I think it's very, very
it's
great.
super accurate and it's super poetic and it's a great tagline.
Once again, Pastor Brian just spitting facts.
Pastor Brian, Brother Brian is open invite to Brother Brian to come on the show.
I genuinely want him on. I think we'd have a lot of.
I want to hear about how he makes his bed sing. I want to know what that means.
His what?
He said he makes his bed sing.
What does that mean?
Him and his wife make that bed sing.
That means, God, it can only mean one thing, really.
Yeah, no, he's talking about he drinks from the fountain of his wife, and he fucks his wife, and he loves sex.
Oh yeah.
And he said that we're confusing pure sex with bad sex. And he said you can have pure sex that's good. You think that Brother Brian is like laying it down? You think that he like deep dicks this bitch?
I don't
think he does.
I think so, yeah.
You think Pastor Brian can fuck?
Got a lot of pent up rage.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. I think that he's either like having vanilla sex or it's some like weird, I've been a Christian my whole life sex. That's a problem. Those people are always the ones who are doing the weird shit.
I think he's a man of God, and I think he's a beautiful.
What? Now you're getting weird. You just called Pastor Brian beautiful.
A beautiful spirit. It's a different thing.
Fucking weird, dude.
He's not very easy on.
You're gonna be their cuck, aren't you?
You'll be their cuck. I can't be their cuck.
Yeah, I know, but like he'll be just in the corner jerking off.
If they let me, sure. If he's like, watch, I fuck well, get in the corner and jerk off. I'd be like, all right, fine, check it out. You kidding me? Of course I would. That'd be an absolute no-brainer.
You would jerk off to Brian and his wife.
Yeah. If they invited me to.
Is there anybody who you wouldn't?
I mean, no one I wouldn't try.
What?
No one I wouldn't try.
You would jerk off to anybody once.
I could fucking hammer it to anybody.
Anybody.
Fucking anybody.
You wouldn't even watch Portnoy's sex tape, you pussy.
Yeah, that's like a separation of church and state. That's like
if Dave was like, if someone was like, you have to jerk off in this room with this couple, and you said yes, but then you open the door and it's Dave and his girl. What are you doing?
Goddamn no.
I'm
keeping this job, Kevin. So I'm answering no matter what.
He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know. Like what? I got my invisibility cloak on.
Yeah, you're behind a wall or some shit.
I'm still saying no.
Yeah, pussy.
That's a hard fast no.
Yeah, that's like probably like the only couple in the world I wouldn't watch fuck.
Yeah.
Literally, like anybody else.
Just the idea of it makes me uncomfortable.
So weird. So weird. Well, yeah, but I mean that's because you are a man with morals and a conscience and a moral compass, and you have values, John.
I do have a lot of values.
You have a lot of values, and that's something that
I get the weirdest fucking emails.
Well, because you're a man of values. What are these emails?
I don't. Why do I get emails about like kid shit? Like,
Let's clarify what that means.
Like, do you know the most popular slide for young kids in the New York area?
Slide?
Yeah.
What do you do? What is
It's like,
happening
it's
right now?
like the most popular slide for young kids in the New York area. Do you know where?
No, creeper.
Yeah, why
It's your
is
mom's
that-
throat.
Got him! Got
My
him!
cousin texted me that last night. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna set this one up tomorrow."
I mean,
Dude, I was very
The
concerned
acting-
you're on some pedophile like chain of like, hey, here's the best slide to find the kids.
the setup for that. I'm getting the weirdest email. Email
I've
is
been
so
feeling
weird,
it on my
man.
phone for a little bit. Yeah.
Where's the most popular slide for kids in the area? Your mom's throat.
Young kids for
Yeah,
young kids.
Got him. Got him. What can I say? You got to know when you've just been burnt toast, bro. Just burnt to a crisp, man. Just pack it in, call it a day.
Mom's throat. Bang, bang, bang. He's got jokes today.
I hate you so much. What I was saying before I got roasted was Barstool Sports is a company of morals and values.
Yes.
And but the non-content people, the producers, had a meeting the other day or got an email the other day talking about company values.
I wouldn't even know how. I wouldn't know where to start a guess with what our company values are.
I can't believe that this is even a thing that's happening.
Let's call it what it is. This is truly embarrassing.
This is mortifying. I said that the Dave taking down videos because it was Hampton's friends was the death of Barstool. Well, these are the nails in the coffin. Then these 5 values or whatever, these are all the nails in the coffin because
There's 8 values.
So they were
many
emailed.
values.
Imagine working at a company. No. Everybody doesn't have to imagine because you work at a company right now. You are sitting at a company right now where you probably get emails about, hey, these are our core company values and we should reflect these in all of our work. Barstool Sports is having meetings about our company values and recommending that employees print out the values and hang them up at their desk. That's a real thing. That's a real thing that happened. And so we're going to go through the Barstool Sports company values.
which have conveniently been left out of being told to me.
Yeah, I don't know them either.
And I imagine most content people.
Okay, so we have them here blacked out. We're going to go one by one. Company values.
I think this is our first time seeing these. They're intentionally being revealed one at a time.
Number 1, rep the brand as best you can. All right.
Okay. I just hated rep the brand.
Yeah,
rep the brand, guys. Rep the brand. I don't know what else to say besides that.
2.
In an insufferable voice.
We have lots of different brains. Be open to them.
What does that mean?
I mean, that's not wrong. You know, it's like you do have to keep an open mind, but like, okay.
Yeah.
3, never change who you are. That's who we hired. Now that one we can talk about because virtually everyone who gets hired here, I can't speak to the nerds, so I don't know, but virtually everyone who gets hired here lies about who they are. and is completely underqualified to do what they do. Everybody is like, yeah, I can edit videos, or I can do the show, or I can do blah blah blah, and then you get the job, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck you do. So you have to immediately change who you are and actually become someone who can do this work because everyone else here is lying about their ability to do the work here.
Yeah, it's a real. I mean, it's like everything. It's a real fake it till you make it.
The most.
But
This is the most fake it till you make it ever.
I think that. What is it? I'm sorry. Read it to me again.
Never change who you are. That's who we hired.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right. You know what? In a couple years, when you're being told to do more work, or you're not doing enough, or you're slacking, just say, you know what? That's not who you hired. I'm not changing. Remember me from 2018? That's who you hired. That's all you get. Number 4.
I'm the guy. I post links. I post link shares. Imagine that's what I still did.
That's all Feidelberg used to do is just click, put links to other websites.
Other websites.
Which is so funny that Dave ever bought into that. It is the way, like back in the day, that was the way to build traffic. We link to you link to us, and everybody shares the same way that guests of podcasts go on each other's shows. But like Dave was always so like isolationist. Like we don't help anybody. I remember when I still technically don't go on other people's shows because of from 5 years ago when we were told we're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the world grows their shows by going on other podcasts. Dave told us, no, don't do that.
It was Jesus, right?
Yeah, Jesus and Miro. Like there was never a better show for someone from Barstool Sports to go on. They were big, they were on the come up, it was on television, it was legitimate, and it was an entirely different demographic. Like, finally, let's get outside this Barstool bubble that we know we have on lock. No, don't go on that. You're going to help them grow. They're like, I'm putting Jesus and Miro over the top. Fucking morons. This next one's going to make you want to puke. Find the solution. Don't be the problem. I mean, like, quite literally. No, John, stop. Whatever you're about to say.
They're
stop.
all pieces of good advice.
Yes. Of course.
Like, I wanted to make fun of it. It's all good advice.
But they're
don't print it out and
no.
stay.
I'm not. I didn't expect this to be a list of 8 like dumb.
I kind of did.
No, these are all dumb, corny, stupid, common sense fucking things that dumb corporate cultures tell you.
Okay. See, because I've never worked in that corporate culture, I didn't have a clue what to expect.
Yeah,
I'm hearing this stuff being like,
these are
they're
like
making a lot of sense.
yeah, like don't be the problem. No fucking kidding. This is some shit that like Deloitte would be like. This would be like the like the 2012 slogan of the year at Deloitte and Touche. Be the solution, not the problem.
Dude,
how about this? You know what the solution is? I'm gonna put a fucking bullet in my brain. How about that? Because I don't want to work at a fucking company that does company values, print it out and put it in front of your computer. God damn it! That right there. Find the solution, not the problem. Is like the exact reason why I work at Barstool Sports, to avoid like that sentence right there. You fucking losers.
I'm glad you said Deloitte. I was driving by Deloitte recently. I think maybe in Stafford, and Kevin, it took me long after I drove past the building to be able to read it. I was like Deliati?
Oh.
Like,
Delati.
Like one of the business names I've heard the most in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, Deli, oh. And then like, I was long past it. I was like, Deloitte. That's what it was.
My friends used to call it Delati. Delati and Touch. Deloitte and Touche. When you work for an accounting firm, and the name of your company rhymes with douche, it was like just open season every time. When you're like a 22-year-old male and it's like, I work for Deloitte and Touche, and everyone else in the room is like,
Deloitte and being a person in the 90s, the last name Gay.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
We had some tough times in the playground today, kid. Sorry, Randall.
Number 5. Now, this one we can talk about. Don't be afraid to try something new. I have been shot down at virtually every turn at this company. Only to then, like 3, 4, 5 years later, be told to do the very thing I wanted to do several years earlier. There has never been a more closed-minded company. There's never been a more short-sighted, closed-minded, penny-wise, pound-foolish company in the world than Barstool Sports. Don't be afraid to try something new. Suck my dick. That's fucking insane, man.
It's also not what I was when you hired me, so I don't think.
Yep. You can't try anything new because I'm the same guy. Number 6.
I was actually thinking about that on the walk to work today. But I don't know why, but the PowerPoint presentation we had asking if we could use YouTube, and they were like, no.
A full-blown pitch.
Honestly, the hardest we we didn't really work that hard on it. It was Logan, but it was like
but that was I can just definitively say that's the only time in my entire career here that we have worked. Like we work hard, but it's always fun things and making cool videos and products and shit like that. The only time I've ever done anything corporate. PowerPoint presentation, Apple, what's it called? Mac, presentation, whatever it is. We like made a slideshow listing out stats and facts and trends about why Barstool Sports, an internet company, should be on YouTube.com. And what's crazy is it didn't work. The presentation failed. We were told no. Something about a bucket. There can't be a hole in the bucket. And I understand, like, I joke about that, and ultimately, obviously, it was stupid, and we should have been doing it since. I mean, KFC Radio was on YouTube in 2012. If we had 10 years worth of growth, we'd probably be in a better spot. But at that point, we had an internal player, and we needed views to go to that player to make money to pay salaries. So while everyone else on the internet was like, you have to be on YouTube, Barstool Sports was like, well, we actually pay our employees, and we need to pay bills and make money. So we had to do some things that were a little bit more profitable in the short term. But sacrificing YouTube for it. I think the final solution we came up with was like, you can do it, but you have to also, like, you had to put it on a player, the internal player, and you could link to it, or it was some half-ass.
I think we still do that.
Yeah, probably. It's
wrong.
bullshit.
I don't know.
I always try to tell these guys, just don't fucking do it. But they're like, and then I get yelled at. It's like, well, then tell them we're not afraid to try something new. Number 6. I hate this one the most. Common sense. Use it. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess if we need to list these things out, motherfuckers.
Like, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
come on.
That's like I really wanted the list to be 8, and I only have 7. So I'm gonna add one.
I mean, unless, like, but here's the problem. As much as I make fun of this corporate shit, I'm sure managers of all companies can point out the times where their employees do wildly stupid shit. It's like, I didn't think I needed to list this one, but okay, So it's like, I don't know. Turn the microphones on. That's the corporate version.
That would be common sense, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. That would be common sense. You're right.
Oh,
Jackie,
okay.
print this out. Put it right next to that cat over there.
Here's a really good one. Here's the best one so far. Here's the best one so far. Because you're right. All 6 of these things are like, you're not wrong, right?
Yeah.
This is all pretty much good stuff. Here is some foo-foo, fluffy, what the fuck does this even mean bullshit. And I'll be honest, I did expect like 8 of these. So I'm happy we got one of them. Ready for this one? Be there for your audience.
What does that mean? I don't know what any of it means.
That is complete gibberish. That sentence means not a fucking thing. Be there for your audience. That was someone who was like, we need 8 things, and we only have 7. Be there for your audience. So you know what that is? That's like somebody's like, you know what? Like, we've really just done like everything we can to like grow the numbers. Like, we're pushing it, we're marketing, we're promoting. I don't know what else to do. Like, any recommendations? And someone goes, you got to be there for your audience. And the person goes, what the fuck does that mean?
Is that's be there like have a fucking regular like time you are now? You
I have
play?
no fucking clue, John. It's gibberish. Like, if it said be consistent with your audience, sure, that would make sense. If it said, engage with your audience, sure. Be there for your audience? What do you want me to, like, take you to the airport? You want me to help you move? You're breaking up with your girlfriend? You need to talk about it? I mean, actually, we are all these things.
Yeah, I was just saying, in all those cases, if you asked me, I'd have no choice but to say yes.
But what gibberish?
If there was a direct, I could get away with it on Twitter. I'd pretend I didn't see it. But if you asked me to my face, I would oblige because
well, you're a sucker. But while we're doing these, keep in mind these are from Blattman. So imagine Blattman telling you be there for your audience. No. From above? Oh. I thought Blattman was the one like
he distributed it. This is like to the whole company. I think this comes from like Erica and up top.
Okay. But I picture Blattman when he was the one distributing this. So imagine Blattman saying
he was the one that suggested I hang it next to my desk.
Right. So he's the one I was like, printing it, print it out and put it up there. How would I slap you in the face, Blattman? Number 8. Always think about what more you can do to help. That I am wholeheartedly against. In the corporate world, absolutely not. Strike that from the record. Always think about how little you can do to get by. That is the opposite of the mail time life, and that's what sucks. The real. I mean, I'm making fun of Barstool, but I obviously still think it's a great company. Like, but it's the turning point is that is really what like. If you can pinpoint the moment when you go from actually wanting to do shit for your company to I want to do as little as I can and get a paycheck. That is if you have to boil it all down to like whether you work for a cool company or not, whether you're happy at work or not. When I was working for Deloitte, it was like, fuck this place. I just want to use them. They're using me and I'll use them. Whereas like early Barstool was like, I want this to be as big as possible because we're doing something cool here, you know?
Yeah.
And I still feel that way about our work at Barstool. I don't know about the rest of the content and then the business people, but it's like if you are thinking about how you can help, and it's not how can I help? It's like, how can I fucking be awesome? How can we make this cool? How can we blow this up? But the minute that switches to like, how can I stay under the radar so none of you motherfuckers see me while I can get a paycheck and do as little as possible? The minute
what percentage of people do you think here do that?
95. No. I mean, what like nobody is thinking about like how can I help? Everyone's looking about themselves.
Yes, correct.
Now, what is good about this place is usually, you know, your personal success is in alignment. You know, you get bigger, the company gets bigger. The company gets bigger, you get bigger. So it's like I'm not doing it out of the goodness of my heart. There was a time where I was doing it like for Barstool, you know, and then now I'm doing it for KFC Radio and us. But you know, but I don't think any of the new people, and they shouldn't. Once it's impossible to keep the like equity guys type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like because you're not. If you're new, you know, if you join this company now, you're joining a 20-year-old media powerhouse. There's no fucking. Why would you feel like you're a part of? You know, you're just jumping on the back right now,
right?
And you can add value and shit. But so I think that a company like this, it's probably still like more than the average company, but it's still probably a really low number. What I can't understand, I don't know about the business people. Like I think the merch people are actually really like engaged.
Yeah.
They're like they want to, and I'm sure it's commission based and shit, so they're doing it for money, whatever. But like they work hard, they come with ideas, they are always available, they bust their ass during the holidays.
I would agree with that.
You know, strongly. Like those are the only people that I work with directly on the business side that are like those are my people. You know what I mean? I trust them. I value them. We work together. Everybody else, I think, is just kind of like doing, you know, here for the paycheck and
clocking in, clocking out.
Yeah, and like, and I get to like drop the Barstool name every now and then. You know what I mean? For better or worse.
I disagree with that. There are a lot of salespeople. Now I'm thinking about it, on like trips and stuff we do. That like.
Yeah, I think it's more like the support team. People. Yeah, like whatever MBs.
People, if I know you. Yes. I think you're very hard
brother.
worker.
I hate
if I don't know you. I think poorly of you because I don't know you.
I don't know you because you know never change who you are. We just hired you. We don't know who you are. There's like a few people who are leaving soon that are like part of the business side of things that like they're the last people I know, and there's going to be a whole new shift of new names coming in, and I'm like, oh man, I really don't know anybody anymore. Like I just don't know anybody. I walk the halls and I'm like. And I don't even know if they know me. You know, I'm like, we might just be fucking coworkers. It's just so weird to think that, like, you know, again, I only have the.
Do you think
one
you're like doing a lap upstairs looking for Allison or someone on merge, and there are people working at their desk, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
That's what I'm wondering. Because I was gonna say,
I bet absolutely for me.
Sure.
I would guess less for you because of how much you're on the Instagram.
Probably, but there's probably still people who don't. There's probably There's probably less, but there are probably still people who don't know.
Congratulations on the billion views.
Billion views,
you
man.
And Adriana.
20. That makes no sense.
Well, here's what I think it is. I think it's like that's like official views.
Yeah, where you watch like for like minutes at a time.
No. I mean like a Jules Jordan official post or like Adriana's official post. Not like there's so many videos that are like ripped off.
Right. Okay.
So like from official accounts, I would bet a billion.
Because so 1 Minute Man got 1 billion views in 20 months. So that comes out like exactly even to 50 million views a month for almost 2 years. And Adriana Chechik said she just hit 1 billion, and I'm like, since when?
Yeah.
Like you'll be like the biggest porn star forever.
For a long time.
She probably, I mean, she probably has individual videos that have 1 billion. Like, not even kidding. So I was like, I don't know what metric you're using, but congratulations, Adriana. She's probably like, 1 billion this week.
I wonder if it's just from her official account. Let me check.
Like
that.
Pornhub with the blue check sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, because Pornhub did. I bet you it's since Pornhub like vamped everything, which was like actually probably a similar time frame. Remember when they needed to like get rid of all like the rape stuff and all of the
it's just her account.
Yeah, so that's probably
it's
like
Adriana Chach's official account. Porn star rank 14, 1 billion views, 764,000 subscribers.
That's numbies. That's numbies, bro. Still less than I would expect.
You think? Because
I would expect her to have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, but
think about how many people watch porn and don't subscribe. Yeah. You know what's crazy? We are known as, let's be honest, weird porn guys, right?
Yeah.
But I still would never even consider having a username and subscribing.
No, that's lunacy.
But that's, I guess, the same thing as YouTube. YouTube and Pornhub, like same thing. Like
I wouldn't
two products that I use like a motherfucker, and I would never even consider actually using. Never mind, subscribe to the fucking channel and subscribe to YouTube. But I never would do that.
I wouldn't, because here's the deal. If honestly, if Pornhub was attached to my Gmail, I would subscribe. I don't, because my YouTube is attached to my Gmail. I don't have to create an account.
But even when you subscribe to YouTube, you still don't use it as you should. You know what I mean?
But it just, at least it helps the algorithm.
Yes, that's a fact.
It spits out videos I like.
But imagine being like, and maybe we fucking should, because what do we do on the internet more than porn? But like, imagine being like, I like this channel, I like this couple, I like this person, I'm gonna subscribe and check and put this on a list and make my favorites and all that. I mean, I'm sure there's a whole like community.
My favorite porn is like Tom Brady's favorite ring. Yeah. It's like the next one.
On to the next. For real. But you got some nostalgia.
I don't think fast to my old porn.
You got some nostalgia ones, though. You got a couple in the chamber.
Got a couple in the chamber. I keep those in a vault at home.
Yeah,
much like Tom Brady's rings. Dude, one of my buddies tweeted today at WM's Diary. I'm going to pull it up real quick because it killed me. It was... where are we here? Disturbing content push across multiple networks to get me to watch the Pam Anderson sex tape again. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck. I honestly hadn't really thought of it.
Yeah.
And now that I am, like, I'm gonna watch that shit
on
the train.
Yeah. I fucking love you so much. So much love talking that one.
Shut up and suck that.
Yeah, for real.
What is this? Pastor Brian's Corner again?
As we were saying though about the people at the company that know you, it's just crazy to me that we're at a point where, I mean the only experience I can draw upon is the 5 years I did at Deloitte, but it was like you would walk the hallway and not know tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of people. The vast majority of somebody at a company you wouldn't know, and again that's like a point of inflect. Like you flip the switch to like when you know everybody to not know everybody, and it's been a while since I've known everybody, but now it's like to not know the majority is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you guys do? It's crazy.
Are you necessary?
Yeah. I mean, we're on
essential personnel here?
We're on our island, and we definitely have a lot of help and support. And I'm sure there's a ton of people who help us that we don't even know about. But sometimes I'm like, really? This whole floor is necessary? So let's real quick give just like three. Let's do three actual Barstool company values, meaning 3 things, 3 words of advice you can give to somebody here to thrive at Barstool.
Well, here's the deal. I'd probably give 8, and I'd give those ones because it turns out I'm lame. I think it's in fucking. I don't know where the phrase was officially coined, but I think it was in High Fidelity maybe, where the music's too loud, you're too old.
Yeah.
And my new one would be, if the corporate policies make sense, you're lame.
You're lame. Yeah, you're like these are some good words of encouragement. No, but my number one.
I'm gonna nail these things to everyone's desk like fucking Martin Luther's 99 Theses.
I would say number one thing, like the number one way to actually thrive here, would be suck up to Dave. That's what I mean. Like, so, like the ways to thrive.
Honestly, the best way to just thrive here is like Andy Dufresne meeting Michael Scott in the office when it's like name repetition,
yes,
personality mirroring, and something else.
Right, like use our language, use our style.
That was one of the things when not when I first started, but when I first went to Boston, that was like a big hindrance to me. Because like the advice from Dave was like, be me.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be Dave.
I know.
And everyone's like, you suck. You're trying to be Dave. I was like, I
know.
It's what he's making me do.
But it's funny when you like, that was back when you trusted Dave to give you good advice to help you and not help him. And then you realize that, it's like, no, I have to like make my own way. But so that's the thing. The quickest way to
he was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, just be funny. I'm funny. Be like me.
Be like me. Right. Which I get what he's saying. It's like when Jordan was like, I can't teach this.
Yeah.
But the quickest way to get some success is to do that. The best way to get real success, and it's harder and it takes longer and it might not pan out and blah 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 blah, like be yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It's like you can just
gotta go, dude. Being yourself here,
it's hard.
You're gonna fall on some hard times.
Yes,
for a while.
yes. Because if you're just like Dave's buddy, you will ride. You'll ride the private jets, literally and figuratively. You'll be on the jet, right? If you're under Dan's umbrella, if you're a part of Dave, if you're doing something with KFC Radio, if you're a part of the established things, you'll be fine. But then a time will come where it's like, can you stand on your own? And you can't, because you've made your entire persona something that already is here. You know what I mean? So it's like you're not going to get as many views or downloads or whatever, and it'll take longer. But if you're building your own thing, you'll eventually have your own franchise or get your own ads or whatever. It's like, I think that like Jared did a good job of that. Like I think Jared could have easily just like sounded like everybody else or done what everybody else did, and he like did baseball his way, his weirdo way, like his weird wrestling persona, baseball wacko thing, and stuck to his guns, and it paid off, and like he created his own thing. So, and I'm sure there were times where it was like probably easier to just fall in line or do whatever Dave did or do whatever Barstool always does. Not that it's hard to be like the Boston Red Sox guy at Barstool. It's not exactly like he was method acting or something. But
Jackie Robinson and Jared Carrabis just fucking
hand
just
in hand.
really broke the mold.
Yeah.
It was.
But I think initially thrive, suck up to Dave and do what he wants and be like him. Long term, do your own thing. 2, I would say live in constant fear of screwing up.
That's an important one for any job.
I think a healthy dose of fear is legit.
Yeah,
I do.
I do.
It shouldn't like cripple you, but like a healthy dose. And I go back and forth because part of me thinks nobody like. I guess it really depends on how much you care about said company or product or service, but it's like. When I think about who I used to be afraid of sometimes, I'm like, that dude or that chick?
What do you mean?
Like a manager or someone. I was like,
oh, you mean pre-bars?
Yeah, like I'm like, oh my God, like I fucked this up so bad. Like she's gonna be so mad at me. Oh no.
Who cares?
Who fucking cares? Like you need to make sure, like for your own self, make sure you don't get fired. Make sure you keep your paycheck. I would hope that you want to get a raise and a promotion and a bonus. So do all of those things for that reason, not because you're afraid of getting like yelled at or whatever, Because I used to be like, what am I literally afraid of? And I think about this. I tell people that like young people this when they're working. The same way that like you will think that someone is like some manager is like the end all be all. And then, a decade from now, you'll realize that they were like 24.
Yeah.
And that they were like dumb, drunk, and hungover and making it up as they're going too. And at one point, I thought that they were like the smartest, most powerful people in business.
I think
and then I realized that they were just faking it too.
It's why the Stanford project was such a disaster so quickly.
Yeah.
Because like just a semblance of power
is
it just throws off so much.
The power dynamic is like everything in this world.
I used to think that bouncers were like a step below the Air Force.
Right, like they will throw you in jail. They are. These men are like are thank you for your service.
Yeah, like, dude, that's a guy.
But again,
who
so it's
pretends to look at my license while I walk into a bar.
Healthy dose of fear. Like he'll fucking break your face if
maybe. I mean,
depends
like,
on like what we're talking.
Not
about,
Nick was a bouncer.
Yeah, Nick ain't breaking faces. Yeah,
I broke a few.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, Nick will break your face.
Yeah. I mean, when you're facing off against a drunk person and you're sober,
Well, that's the thing. Is
easy.
like I would say there are still bouncers when you are like the you got your blazer on, your sport coat on, and you're dropping like do you know who my dad is? Like you should probably be afraid of the bouncer,
right,
because you might get knocked the fuck out. But yeah, maybe be afraid, but don't be afraid. I don't know. I always tell you guys here, right? I'm like, I don't make you be afraid, but just be afraid. just operate as if you're afraid without me actually making you afraid, because then you'll do good work.
I remember one time, Dan was in Boston for something, and we wanted to go out, and we were like, because we were so scared something would happen. Like, dude, that was I feel like we've talked about it ad nauseum, and like the old days, and it's probably getting to the point where it's like, all right, we fucking get it, dude. It was hard back in the day. Yeah, and not hard, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I remember me and Dan just so we were like, there wasn't anything big happening, I don't think. But we were just so scared that something was going to happen.
Well, you would live in fear of just the chance that something might occur in the world.
Bro, we were like trying on different pairs of pants, and we'd gotten an iPod because back in the day, and honestly I don't even know if you can now. I think you can now. You couldn't block from your phone. Right. It was impossible. It could not be done.
Barstool.
Yeah.
Other companies maybe, but not Barstool.
Yeah, right. You could not blog on Barstool's WordPress from your phone. So you had to have a laptop with you. So we got iPads, but they're like the mini iPads, and we were just trying to jam them into our pockets. So in case something happened. So like in order to go to a bar for a night, company wasn't buying iPads. No. Spent like a couple $100 on an iPad. Like altered our pants. like put like slits in pockets so like an iPad could fit in it. Just like it's like
yeah, man.
Couple $100 night when we didn't have a couple $100.
Yeah.
Just to go to the bar in case something
might have occurred. I mean, I used to sometimes bring a full laptop, or I would have a friend at home. All of my friends had my login. And everybody knew the WordPress backend like a little bit, enough that they could put up a blog for me when like a home run was hit or someone had a walk off or so the game, something big happened in the game. And
that was probably the closest we've ever been as like a four.
Oh, because we all had each other's backs.
The four of us were all like,
as someone was always near the computer at one point. So like it was like what it was.
It was like G-Chat. It was like G-Chat, like who's not going out tonight?
Yes.
Who's not busy tonight? Okay, word. In case something happens,
it was
I'll
the blogging equivalent of a designated driver.
Yeah.
You guys go out tonight and have fun, and I'll be the guy at home, and I got your back, and we publish under each other's names. Sometimes I would just write it for you or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There probably was some times where Dave would email the team and be like, "How the fuck did nobody put up like that? This happened." But I think for the most part, that was a personal thing.
Pretty rare.
It was like Dave probably instilled it and scared us a little bit. But most of the time, that was just because I wanted to be the first one up. I wasn't going to let any other New York blogger or any other sports blogger or any other Barstool blogger beat me to that thing because I wanted to be the biggest and the most followed and the most clicks. And so there is and that would be my third thing, I guess. And that just applies to anything in the world. Like you have to have like personal pride. And that's really why I think the major difference between jobs you like and jobs you don't, companies that are cool, companies that are not. So few people have actual pride in what they do, and they shouldn't. I'm not saying you should. Most of these jobs fucking suck, and you should be proud of like whatever the ditch you're digging. But if you're lucky enough,
here like your name is on it.
Yes, it's like it reflects you. That's a good point too. If you are lucky enough to work at a place like that, like having that personal drive. So I guess what. That was a pretty corny company values too. So I guess this whole thing blew up in my face. Huh?
It blew up in mine. Right? It blew up in mine literally tip one. Except all I had for it was rep the brand. When you just repeat something back in a lame voice, like,
that's all you got.
It might be all right.
Yeah, rep the brand as best as you can. But I mean, it's just dumb. It's either common sense or gibberish. Is really this whole thing. But hey, that's where we're at. And if you can't get a job like that, you can always just start sucking stuff on Twitch.
Here's the deal. When you first had sex, if I told you one day there would be a swipe that could make you do that so much longer. That you didn't have to think of baseball players. You didn't have to do the alphabet forwards or backwards. You didn't do any of that fancy stuff. Just science has caught up with your imagination. That's what's happened now. That's how in the future we live. Science has caught up with the male mind. Okay, we have swipes now from Roman. You go to GetRoman.com and get your first monthly plan of swipes for just $5. Okay, you choose a monthly plan, you get it for $5. You get to live in ecstasy for as long as you want for the price of $5. Okay, all you do is come in this discreet little packaging, almost like a little wet nap. You rip that out, you wipe it on your peep. Guess what? You're banging all night long. You're making all her dreams come true. She's going back and she's telling friends, this guy should start an OnlyFans. He's so good at sex. It's crazy. Okay, go to GetRoman.com/KFC. Get your first month of swipes for just $5. That's GetRoman.com/KFC. $5.
And if you can't get a job like that, you can always just start sucking stuff on Twitch.
Excuse me?
Yeah. The newest trend on Twitch. So there's Twitch streamers, right? There's something called just chatting on Twitch, which is just like you're just hanging out in chat rooms,
okay,
right? And what the gals of Twitch are doing now is just going into just chatting, and they are just like deep throating stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Show me.
I'll pull up M Rags' blog, which is the best example of it, because it's just this chick. Here you go.
Sucking stuff?
Yep. Cool. Yeah. No. Don't get me wrong. Cool. Totally. Like I'm totally on board with it. I don't know why it won't load. The app stinks. Here we go. So it started on Twitch with they had what they called hot tub meta, which was just like hot chicks in like an inflatable hot tub hanging out, and of course like horny dudes are on there.
Fuck yeah.
Right. And now the latest is under the guise of ASMR, but they are just basically doing softcore porn where they're like sucking on dildos, and a lot of them
just dildies or like anything?
Well, they're not. They're like phallic. Like the one thing this girl, I wish I could just. I don't know how to fucking explain this really. That girl's got a great ass.
She's got a great ass.
The very top one is the one we need. It's this ASMR device, right? That has like 2 ears that are like silicone, and there's some sort of like jackhammering dildo in the middle that she just sits there and just fucking pounds her throat.
Yeah?
And it's just like hot chicks, and it's always a little weird on Twitch. Have you ever noticed that they're always in like onesie pajamas, and it's always like a little bit
it's all
infantilization. Yeah, it's a little weird like that. But there's also
you're a pedo.
there's the one chick I saw who was just and then there was this girl whose name was like Anna Ruth. It sounded like something from like Lord of the Rings. Dude.
I was trying.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a lot smaller than that. Don't worry.
Huh?
If you want to do the Twitch thing, it'll be a smaller dick. Don't worry.
I can't.
By the way, did I do this on here yet? Everybody making fun of Nellie's dick?
I didn't see it. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Here's the cheat. Okay, I already have a complaint. She never takes it out. So I can't fucking see it.
See, yeah, right. But, well, I mean. Also,
I'm fucking just chatting.
So wait, your complaint is that she's not actually chatting, John?
Uh-huh.
Your complaint is that
my complaint is I can't see how big the fucking piece is.
Okay. So you want to keep going? Keep doing. Do it into the mic. It's all ASMR. That's the point. That is John's thing, banging on his teeth.
Yeah, I gave a toothy suck job.
Well, that was not your best, but we do know from the Burt Kreischer episode that you suck dick.
That would be my complaint on M-Rags' blog. There's no video of him doing it.
Yeah, he should have done it.
That's
absolutely.
That's
you know what?
Since we're in some fucking old school Barstool talking,
he fucking sucked it.
Everyone's writing about it.
Yeah.
Fucking show us how you fucking suck a fucking thing.
Absolutely.
Show us how you just chat M-Rags.
If M-Rags could
every website's writing about it.
Yeah, why don't you do it? Be about it. Deep throat that shit,
fucking
man.
Suck.
Oh, shit. Do that again. He didn't have it on camera. You got that whole thing in there. You unhinged that.
I almost had it.
You got this. You got this. You would give great head, man.
This is spitty now. Does it look like that after? I'm seeing stars, bro. I'm seeing stars.
Yeah, man.
right now.
If you give good head, you're probably gonna knock yourself out. Those chicks are just sucking stuff that are ASMR like equipment, and just racking up views, man. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'll
guess what podcast is going viral now?
Man, if you would just commit to being the little fucking horny little minx you are in heart, you know, just have an OnlyFans, dude.
Me having OnlyFans?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so I didn't defend Nelly's dick yet.
Oh, right.
So many people clowning Nelly's dick.
I didn't see it uncensored.
It is a big dick. It's like, this happens a lot on Black Twitter when rappers go viral with sex tapes. If you don't have a fucking 12-inch dick, they're like, look at your little penis. Like, this dick, I would guarantee that 99% of the people on Twitter clowning him would trade dicks with him if they were asked. I mean, it's just, I can't get it on. Twitter's not working. He's 3/4.
Oh, he's not stiffed up?
He's not all the way up.
That's fucking a mistake. You can't be leaking not stiffy.
Yeah, you know, we disagree.
We talked about it.
Because I would think that most people would understand and give you the benefit of the doubt. But if the whole world is gonna think that my 3/4 is my full, then yeah, we're gonna.
Well, if I'm getting that's for like when it's just kind of flopped over the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink for a picture. If I'm getting sucked off,
but she's giving him like pre like get you hard sex.
Yeah, the still I saw looked like head. So if it's that,
well,
that's
I mean, you know, So here's the thing. She's got one hand on the bottom, right? It's not full 4 knuckles because she probably puts her pinky out. You know, you kind of do that
she's
thing,
classy,
right? So it's 3 knuckles worth.
Okay.
And then the rest of the dick remaining is enough to probably hit like the back of her throat.
Yeah.
So that's like at least like 2 hands of dick. That's a fine with the tip to spare.
If you're not. Okay, now here she's pretty. Now this could be a lot of stuff going on here. This could be. See, that's she's got 2 fingers on that thing there. That's like they're too flattened.
2 and then the bottom one.
And now just a head in her mouth. It's
no,
okay.
No.
It's not a dick. It's a fine dick.
It's a fine dick. But that's more than tip.
That's more than tip.
Like more dick comes out. I don't have memorized the screen grade.
I don't know why I'm defending Nelly. He would not defend us.
Nelly didn't like us.
Nelly didn't care for us.
Nelly did not care for us at all. But I will defend his dick because it's bigger than mine. So let's fucking stop. You know, let's stop. Let's keep the bar as men and women. We all, but certainly as men. Like, the lower we keep that bar, the better for all of us. You're shooting yourself in your own dick.
Yeah.
If you make fun of that dick for being small.
Yeah.
Because, you know, unless you're a part of like the
it's
7
easy
and
to
up
shoot
club.
yourself in a dick like Nelly's, that fat hog.
And that was another thing. A lot of people were talking about the girth. A lot of people were talking about the girth, and they were like, he's got girth, but he doesn't have length. And it's like, well, if we're splitting hairs here about, well, Nelly's got a fat cock, but not a long cock, then it's a fine dick. Some are bigger and some are wider. Like, let's not make fun of the dick if you're also in the same breath going to talk about how fat it is.
Honestly, unless it's like exceptionally tiny or weird looking, leave a dick alone.
That's my point. That is my point, man.
It is.
I saw some dick the other day on Pornhub. Because most porn dicks, even the amateurs, are just like normal. You know what I mean? And this dude's dick.
Amateur porn is hugely important for 2 reasons. One, to remind us that, hey, this is what penises look like.
Yeah.
Right, this is what a penis looks like.
A normal one, yeah.
And 2, hey, this is what buttholes look like.
Yeah. Not great. Not great. A lot of them. It's not even the hole, it's the surrounding.
It keeps men and women
in check.
Yes. Just so you know.
Right.
This is.
Right. And also, and so respect the ones that are, you know what I mean? Respect the work they do to make both of those things really pretty. I saw this dude's dick, though, and it was a true amateur couple. You know, amateur now is like your pro.
Yeah.
This was some amateur shit. And this dick, man, it looked like it got caught in a grinder or something. It looked like it went through some trauma. It was like curved and it truly looked like a mushroom. right? And the top comment was just some dude who said, "Man, what's wrong with your dick?" And it was just, again, I would never have a username. I would never leave comments. But when I see real comments on Pornhub, not the ones, not ones that like come over to my page and look at my asshole. When they're really like emotional. You ever seen those ones where they're like, I'm like I keep coming to Pornhub like looking for, happiness, and I always leave empty. And people are like, keep your head up, champ. Like, you'll find love soon. I'm like, what is this? Is like a support group,
I've never
or just
really...
funny ass. They're like tweets. They're like funny comments, and that guy's going, dude, what is wrong with your dick? Because the whole thing was thinking it.
I've heard that the porno comment section is one of the most wholesome places on the internet.
Absolutely.
I've never really been into
doesn't that
it.
check
I've seen
out?
viral tweets of it and stuff. I've never really checked it myself.
I think, doesn't that check out? I think that out of all the genres of people that we've ever encountered, I would say the adult stars are the nicest people we like, the nicest guests we have, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say the adult consumers.
No, but
because that's who's in the comment section.
Yeah, but I do think, it's like Barstool's responsible for our toxic fans, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you are who you represent. You represent, who you are. So,
all right, I like that loophole.
But yeah, man, good to know that we could just start sucking stuff on Twitch if things go wrong.
I already did it.
Does that feel good, Jackie? That like there's a safety net,
Yes.
right? Like we've kind of talked about it before with
I mean, I
OnlyFans,
guess,
but you
like-
could even just be like, all right, I really fell on some hard times. I'm gonna like suck this bottle on Twitch.
That's
you
why
guys
Jackie
fire
doesn't turn
me-
the microphones on.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll
just suck the microphone.
I'll soak up this free healthcare for a little bit, and then once this thing goes downhill, I'll just get a
Fuck
raise.
you guys.
First of all, that's not who you hired.
Smart girl. If we ever fire you, what?
I just feel like I've said enough like dumb stuff on this podcast where I wouldn't really have many options otherwise.
See, that's another thing.
my
Speaking of older days, that's what I used to think of with Barstool. Where like I'd be like, "Oh, I'm fucked now. I can never get another job."
Not anymore.
And I just don't think that's the case anymore.
Not
I mean, I
anymore.
could say
now
worse.
you put on your resume that you're like a what do you call yourself again?
A
senior producer?
super senior producer.
Super?
Yeah, it goes up every
Super senior
I might as well
producer
just
at
go to the
Barstool
top.
Sports?
I'm El Pret. No, just
No, but now you put Barstool on your resume. It's mostly a plus. You might run into some values, company values issues, but yeah, no, it is now.
But I think that goes for almost everything. Like, I don't think it's just Barstool. I think any kind of content. I think despite the ever-present howls about cancel culture, I think that most people, like, you can get a job even if you said fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
I really am
You
speaking
can get
from
a
place of
job,
ignorance.
and there's a lot of jobs that will be.
I think working in content that was super frowned upon 10, 15 years ago, I do not think that prohibits you from getting a job anymore.
I think, I'm just speaking personally, maybe
a job at hosting the Grammys, but
right.
a regular job.
Well, I have a dream of at some point hosting something, game show, reality show of some sort, that like of a major streaming service or channel or whatever. And I don't think I think that there will come a point in my career where I will like be in the running for that, or I will get the job, and I think my Jewish tweets will fuck me. That's just my thought. I will for sure be a part of cancel culture.
Where
at some
like
point.
Danny Vineyard was right.
No, it's always the one that if I was Jewish, I'd kill myself. That's gonna bite me. I think some doors will be closed to you if you were a person of Barstool that was a real Barstool person, but not every door, and that's the point. Somebody said to me the other day, again, one of the like Kirkman fans, like I said, man, the blog I wrote back. Oh, you know what? Let's read that blog real quick.
Okay.
Let's do some. What do we call that? We did Barstool story time. John did his blog recently. I'm gonna do my old blog because
this is real. This is like finding oil. Like finding an old blog that holds up and is still funny. Like I remember when I had the one that went viral about Zola, and the headline was just Zola and her whore friend.
See, I love that. I think that one holds up.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
But same sort of thing. I said like, man, 2013 was a different time. It was so much more fun. And someone said, "Do you still think cancel culture doesn't exist?" I was like, did I say that I got canceled? Because
What does
I'm
that
not
mean?
because I'm not writing that style of blog anymore. That's cancel culture. It's like, no, there's no cancel.
Yeah. What is that?
If you want to tell me that like it's a
argument.
shame that my comedy has changed over the years, like fine, but we've been over that a million times. But it's just like, so you still don't think cancel culture exists? There's no canceling in this example. So what the fuck are you talking about? So this story we talked about a little bit on Friday Night Pints. You might have followed along on Twitter and seen it, but Tommy Smokes made a very funny video. I personally think Tommy's funniest. I think Tommy's one of the funnier people at Barstool. I often think in my head a lot, if we had a draft, kind of like the NBA All-Star game, who I would take. And the order in which I would take it. Like sometimes I think about I wouldn't take you with my first pick, hoping that I could get you with my second pick because someone else is going to be like, well, I don't work with John.
Yeah.
I almost want to like see if I could hold you to my fifth pick. You know what I mean? And I'm always like trying to think of who else I would put in there. And I think Tommy for like, value and pound for pound is one of the funniest people here when he gets his weird brain cooking because you can't get that brain anywhere else. You know what I mean? That's a weird one of a kind brain. But anyway,
you can get it elsewhere. Anywhere with autism. you go there, you pop into any old autism house, you'll find a couple times.
Go to the autism store. Just hit up the Tism shop, and you're right. You guys
got autism on deck?
This video with
like
Hannah Cook,
draft, please.
Tommy has his running series with Hannah, being his girlfriend. And in this video, she says she's gluten-free. And Tommy said it was his genuine reaction. It wasn't scripted, where he's like, you pathetic bitch. You can't eat gluten. And that got the gluten community upset. And they began tweeting at Tommy with a picture of Dave Portnoy with a quote from my blog. And Dave was like, this doesn't seem right. I didn't say this. And Tommy was like, nobody at Barstool ever said this quote. And then people dug it up and they were like, it was KFC in 2013. And Tommy was like, well, fuck. Like anytime you're about to say something like, nobody here said that, pause and remind yourself that I was here from 2009 to 2014. Because I really believe, I think 09, I'll give it 10 because I needed to get my feet underneath me. 2010 to 2014, I think is the greatest blogging that has ever been done on the internet. I don't think anybody's catalog can touch mine, and it's because of blogs like this. This was from the Disney Channel, forced to pull show because it shames kids with gluten allergies. The Disney Channel pulled an episode of a show called Jessie from the regular programming because of backlash from parents. Let me see exactly what happened in the episode. In the episode, a young character named Stuart, who is sensitive to gluten, is made out to be annoying and high maintenance. For example, when another character throws pancakes in his face, the in-studio audience laughs at him along with everyone else in the scene.
That's hilarious.
That is funny. That is fucking funny.
Just throw pancakes in his face. Here, you gluten bitch.
It's funny, right? So, and keep in mind, this is 2013, basically 10 years ago. Because think about, what I'm about to read are things that these are Ruth Conda. This is a Ruth Conda tweet, but 10 years ago. Because this woman said, it's not even, it's Gluten Dude, who is the same guy. Okay, we'll get into it. It's the same guy that is bothering Tommy right now. At least this guy's got longevity. His name is Gluten Dude. When mom Amy Rasalvich saw this episode with her two children who both have celiac disease, she was appalled and her kids were very upset. Quote, there were tears in my daughter's eyes and my son's fist was clenched.
How old are they?
My gluten-filled dick. They didn't say.
Son.
They didn't say. So they
imagine that little kid getting so angry,
doing the fucking Arthur meme.
Shut up, motherfucker! I'll beat your ass with French bread.
So Disney pulled the episode, and she said that kids are often ostracized because of their condition, and Disney portrayed the issue. One last thing here. They said they will often feel excluded or different because they have to avoid serious illness. Yet Disney gave children permission and an example to further isolate my children and others like them because of their medical condition. Their characters made it okay to characterize a real illness as an annoyance that is justification for the cool kids to make fun of the others. And this isn't acceptable. It's a form of bullying. And so I blog this. And this was something we've written so many blogs over the years. And some of them I remember. Some of them are like classics or became controversial or were a focus on the rundown or whatever, and you remember them. And then there's, thousands that we've written that's like, you could read it back to me and I'd be like, was that me? Was that you?
Yeah.
Was that, it may be a stylistic thing, but I wouldn't remember the topic. So my blog goes, My 2 favorite hot button issues of the day. 1, when people call making fun of something, quote, shaming. And 2, allergies. Shaming is the newest buzzword used by all the pussies in the world. Let's get one thing clear. I am not shaming fat people. I'm making fun of them because I think they are gross. I'm not shaming sluts. I'm making fun of them because they give up the pussy too easily. I don't care that they're ashamed or if it's a shame that they're fat or big whores. To be honest, I don't even really understand the term. All I know is I'm fucking making fun of them. Don't make me sound like some bitch by saying that I shame people. Now for allergies. Fucking allergies. What a bunch of fucking babies the world is with allergies. Oh, you're allergic to pollen? Guess what? The whole fucking world is. Oh, dust irritates your eyes? No fucking kidding, pal. And I'm sorry that you can't even look at a fucking peanut butter, at a fucking peanut without your throat closing up. But guess what? Peanut butter and jelly is ridiculous, and that's what the kids are going to eat in the cafeteria. We're not going to tell the whole school to stop eating PB&J because one dickhead can't smell peanuts without dying like a pussy. Oh, and as far as this is the kicker here. Oh, and as far as the gluten thing, listen, kids, if you're allergic to gluten, you might as well find some gluten-free bullets and put one right in your head because there's gluten in just about every fucking thing in this world. So you better be able to sack up and deal with the goddamn Disney Channel cracking some jokes about you because, trust me, your life is going to be a lot worse than that. I mean, that type of blogging makes me happy. Like it feels good. I remember that time. It was still fun. It's what I feel like most comfortable doing. It was a time where we could say all of that shit. Like that blog went off without a hitch. That's probably a size thing. I'm sure if Gluten Dude read it then, he would have been up in arms. But like, what I love when we go through the old stuff the most is like when we did the Kaepernick rundown. Dan and Dave didn't bat an eyelash when I said what I said. You know what I mean? Like in the moment, nobody.
What'd you say?
I said that he had terrorist skin.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Did you really?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like in the moment, Dave was like, "I don't think he's black," and I was like, "Yeah, I know. He's got like that like terrorist skin," and nobody flinched. Like in the moment, Dave wasn't even like, "Whoa."
Did you not know this?
I mean, I knew there was controversy about it, but I don't think I ever watched.
That's why I apologized because I was like, "Whoa!" Like when I heard that, I was like, "Oh my god!" So
that wasn't a joke. Just getting him to say it. I didn't know exactly. I knew the Kaepernick rundown was a thing, but I don't think I ever rewatched the clips or gave it much time.
Dave was like, "He's not black," and I was like, "Yeah, he looks a little terrorist skin." Like, woo! But like nobody cared back then. It was just like not only was there not outrage, but it was kind of just like, oh, that was funny. Next, I mean, go read Feidelberg's blog and keep the fucking cycle going. So, but it's very funny knowing how like the gluten world is now, and just back then there was like one blogger being like, our lives are hard, and we were like, shut up, pussy. Amazing.
Can we appreciate how perfectly I folded this piece of paper in half?
How perfectly you folded the piece of paper in half?
That's amazing. That's a really good.
Is this a sticky?
Yeah.
And you stuck it. I mean, that is a perfect triangle. There is maybe a tenth of a centimeter of like.
It was just a complete accident, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is like really a perfect fold job."
We need like a protractor right now because I bet you this would measure perfectly. Like this is a perfect 30, 60, 90 triangle. Yeah. Or whatever, right? John, if I gave you the length of these two, could you get the
fucking
the hypotenuse?
No shot.
Do you got
wait?
Jackie,
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. But I don't know. So
do you know what that's called?
The the theorem.
Yeah.
So
Wait, let her talk it through.
the
Yeah, no, you got it.
No, I have it.
No, you're combining them.
Pythagorean.
You're thinking of hypotenuse, and you're combining it with
Pythagorean theorem. There you go.
I like I can't even say what you were doing, but it's funny.
That's a good clip. You were having a goddamn stroke. That was crazy.
I would love to have if we were scanning her brain. That shit was lighting up. She was close to landing that plane. We need to. I'm gonna put this on the Wall of Fame.
Oh, that's it on the Wall of Fame?
The triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm quite honored.
I mean, it's a Hall of Fame triangle, and it just spot. You got to sign this. No, I'm good. You got to sign this name. Sign this triangle. Where can I? Do you have any more of that paper?
No, I don't know where this came from.
It's right there, I think. Right. Get me that. I'm gonna see if I can do it. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do. Did you ever do this is a question I know is about to backfire on me, but did you ever do origami when you were a kid? That's for
you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That is some weird kid shit. I don't know, John. To be honest, I just did it in 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally just one, right? That's as perfect as yours. Yeah. Yeah. It's turns out we got a little excited about folding paper.
Pretty much.
Pretty fun. Well, maybe we're the best at it. Jackie, try to fold this. If you can fold it, just do it real quick, like I just did, and see if. Remember those kids who would do pretty perfect. That what I really thought was weird. I actually don't even know what origami is.
How are you already on paper too?
You're already fucked up.
Because it wasn't sticky. It wasn't sticky.
That's not true at all. That means you just fucked up. Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
I guess, fine, never mind.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh.
It gave a good moment with Pythagorean theorem.
We can edit all that out.
The people who did the little origamis that were
I actually think, I can't see. This might be better than both of yours.
No. I mean, at the very most, it's a tie because ours are perfect.
I don't know.
I mean, I do know.
Hey, you guys, we do arts and crafts on KFC Radio. You'll find brains like Tommy anywhere.
It is time for an ad read. I get excited doing ad reads for WhistlePig. That's how much I love WhistlePig. Last night, when I won the Super Bowl with the Ramily, I celebrated with a couple piggybacks and then a little nightcap with a glass of the 15-year. No big deal. Okay, it is just beautiful what they've done. They're like our best friends at this point. It is beautiful what they've done with the seltzer because it's better than a seltzer. The piggyback is so much better than a seltzer. It's still light and refreshing, like everyone loves about a seltzer, but it's got a bold, flavorful taste to it. Okay, it's got 8% alcohol in it. It's not that's something you can just drink all day, no problem. This is gonna get you there. Okay, you get a pack of 4 of them, you're all set. There's nothing else like it out there. There isn't one. You cannot find the whiskey in a can like you can with a piggyback. It just can't be done. Can't be done. So right now, it's all in Vermont. Well, it's in New England. It's getting everywhere. It is going to take over the world by storm this summer. Get them wherever you can, be they in again, Massachusetts, Vermont. But if you're smart, you can go online and get them. You can go to piggybackcraftcocktail.com and you can get your. Trust me, this is one of those things where it's like breaking news to people when you're showing them something new and you're like, yo, this is a whole new world. I'm gonna blow your mind with what we can get with the WhistlePig piggybacks. You're gonna open up doors. People are gonna thank you. Like you taught them some new health tip that changed their life, like a life hack. Here's a life hack to enjoying life. It's called WhistlePig piggybacks. No brainers. Go to piggybackcraftcocktail.com. That's piggybackcraftcocktail.com. They got fresh ginger lime. They got blackberry lemon fizz. They got session citrus mint. They are the best. If I had to go in order for my favorite flavors, it would probably go ginger lime, citrus mint, lemon fizz. But they're all fucking fire. Piggybackcraftcocktail.com.
Remember the kids who made those things like
yeah.
pick the color. pick the number, and then you open it up and it's like, you're gonna marry Jackie. It's like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah,
Right?
believe it or not, I used to do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those ones are the origami.
Yeah,
like
no,
the-
that and then like I don't know. I got like for Christmas one year, it was like a different type of paper airplane every single day. And
that's
so
cool. I fuck with the
I used to
airplanes.
do that shit.
What are those things called? Does that have a name?
Cootie catcher.
Yeah, cootie catcher.
Cootie
usually.
catchers?
Or fortune teller. Like
That sounds inappropriate.
I was gonna ask you if you like.
You know what I
your
call a cootie
generation-
catcher? A pussy.
I was gonna ask you if your generation did these as well because you
Because
were
it probably
born-
is
Yeah.
stopping.
But
You did it?
I was big.
I bet you like my kids won't. You know, they're not doing paper stuff.
I would get. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, she's doing paper shit in like right now in like kindergarten, but by the time you're doing those things, like find out who your boyfriend is, it's gonna be like a app. You know, that sucks.
Did you play MASH?
Yeah, I hope Mash.
How did you
will
play
probably be-
Mash again?
You like do?
Well, the actual way is mansion. What's MASH stuff?
Mansion?
Marry.
mansion, apartment, shack, house.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
like what you live in.
Because there's different variations of it.
Yeah. I think everybody put their own twist on it. It was pretty much like,
it was-
how do I subtly tell my crush I want
Yes,
to
yes.
hook
Yeah,
up?
that's what everything you ever did in elementary
Was
school
just trying to alert the person. It was you would do. I remember there were certain things like you would do spirals, and you would tell me when to stop, and then I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4 like
Yeah,
lines. So
yeah.
that means 4 over here is like your
What kind of little fucking
play the mash game.
astrology psychopath? Where
Wait, let's play mash right now
play
with
Mash, yeah.
the KFC radio team. Pick one. Pick colleges. Okay, so let's do.
Wait, who? So this is you playing Mash, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
So let's do South Carolina, Southern Cal, and Nick. Where'd you go? Iowa. So we are pulling hard for not Iowa. 3 people you might marry. Kate Beckinsale.
I'm gonna butcher this name.
It's like very easy. Close enough. IN. Yeah. Gun Girl. And like who's like a in between or like just like a normal.
Who is just in between?
No, let's do like you got to do somebody real like Gay Pat. Name 3 cities. Okay, so New York,
Columbia,
South
Carolina.
Okay. No. Was it Charleston, South Carolina? Or?
Charleston. Is that where you're gonna move?
Yeah, Charleston, South Carolina. And like Fallujah.
Fallujah.
You're really gonna fuck that up. Just do Afghanistan. By the way,
Even
Mash,
that
I
one's
think-
coming out pretty slow.
Real Nash, I feel like had more.
This is
than
who you hired.
3 choices, but everyone's just gonna use that one. This values thing's gonna backfire big time. Choose 3 numbers. Okay, I'm gonna say 3, 7, and 21. 3 times 7 is 21. Choose 3 college majors. What did you major in?
Communications.
What a dumb bitch. Communications. That's the fakest shit ever.
I knew this.
You were creative writing or something?
Creative writing.
Even dumber.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got the fake. I got
Creative
the fake
writing
crown here.
and accounting, okay?
Last one.
Occupations. Okay. Blogger. Accountant. And
Landscaper.
no. One's got to be like
Twitch.
male stripper or something like that. OnlyFans model. Draw the spiral.
There it is.
Yeah, all right. I remember the spiral.
How did you do that?
Are you retarded? I mean, Pav's had some struggles with this. Do you really not know how to draw a
No,
spiral?
I didn't know what I was supposed to. I knew what a spiral was. I didn't know what I was supposed to draw. I didn't know I was actually supposed to draw a spiral.
So this is what I mean. This is like the automated version, which is basically the same thing as what we did, but it just is not the same as doing it on like a piece of paper, you know?
Right.
So what, you count 6 every time and cross
Yeah.
it out? Okay, so I am living in South Carolina. I am married to Gun Girl.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, why are there the two different places though? Like one's where I live and one's where I.
Because school,
Okay.
South Carolina.
So read it off.
You'll graduate from South Carolina, majoring in creative writing, and after graduating, you'll marry Gun Girl. You'll settle down in New York City, live in a house, and spend your days as an accountant. You and Gun Girl will have 3 kids, 1 girl, 2 boys. The end.
Shoot me in the fucking head with one of your guns, Caitlin Bennett.
Bro.
Holy shit, that life sucks.
It's not so far off.
And my point still stands. My point still stands. I just got to move to South Carolina, basically.
No, you can go.
All right,
it was in New York.
Yeah,
Get a
no,
house
that's just
in
my
New
life.
York.
That's just my life. And I married.
You went
I
to
married
a different college.
I went to a different. I live in New York. I had a few kids as an accountant, and I married someone I don't get along with. Yeah, that's just MASH predicting my life. That was a. That was a moment. I need a breather. Holy shit.
You just didn't give Fordham as an option, so I was like, I guess we'll just pick a different college.
MASH just fucked me up, dog. That was unbelievable. That didn't even like enter. I was just like, oh, okay. And you're like, that's pretty close. like that was so. That didn't have any of the fun answers. It didn't have the famous people. It didn't have the crazy city. It didn't have the high number. It was just like, here's a regular ass life, dude. But wait, that was fine. But the real version, it was you're gonna live in a mansion, you're gonna drive a Ferrari, you're gonna, that was none of the fun stuff.
You got a house.
You just got a house.
Okay. By the way,
it floods all the time.
So find out today that house sold again. They must have just been fucking done with it like I was. We sold, granted the world is a very, very different place, but they sold it for $200,000 more than we did. And I saw the pictures and they tricked this place out. It looks fucking awesome. They did all of the shit that I was like, if I wanted to do, like if I could have, all the things I would have done. I would have knocked down this wall. I would have made this the kitchen. I would have They painted it all blue, like colors and shades of blue that I love. Everything looked amazing, and that they were. And the reason we didn't, I remember someone being like, "Don't put lipstick on a pig."
Yeah.
Like this place sucks. Don't put all your money into it. So I think they just dumped all their cash into making it beautiful, and we're probably like, we're gonna be here for a long time. And then, there's been so much rain and so much snow and shit that they must have just been like, fuck it, we gotta move. And I think they sold it for like $200,000 more. I bet you they broke even. That's how much work they did.
Really?
And I'm just thinking like. They probably were like, let's make this our forever home. And then, like, as soon as they did all that, they probably had like 3 feet of water in the basement.
I remember, I'm sure I brought up on podcast before. I remember the house I grew up in used to flood so bad that we rearranged the earth. Mm-hmm. Like we brought in.
That's what I was told. The only way to stop this.
Yeah.
Because they said it would have been at least $100,000 of like, at least. My driveway went down.
Yep.
And then there was a garage. And they said we would need to fill in the earth, the height of the garage.
Oh, really?
So, like, we would have needed to make 12, 15 feet of earth. You know how hard that would be to make, like, 15 square, feet of just now, the ground used to go like this, and now the ground just goes like that. I was like, nope. Not doing that.
We had, like, multiple, like, big trucks, like fucking trucks to use
dumping in dirt
to build like an overpass, like fucking throwing shit in.
Right.
And then once we had that because it was flatter back there, my dad's like, all right, we'll put an addition back there now. And I'll never forget this. We put in an addition, right? We went away like for like a month. We went on vacation to like
a month,
something like that. Like we went for like a long time because it was like we couldn't live on the house.
While okay, got it.
So like we went. There might have been like sometime my grandfather's house, and then like sometime we went up skiing, and we came back when the project was supposed to be done.
Not even close,
bro. They'd built a house around our house
to like live in,
so they could work. They're like in case it snowed. My dad was like, well, it didn't fucking snow. So now you've just spent all your time building a
fake
temporary house around the house. Like, I've never seen this in construction before. I've never seen my
never
dad
heard
more
of
mad.
that, yeah.
It was crazy. He's like, are you kidding me? So you haven't started on our house yet because you've been building this fucking house?
For a potential snowstorm that just didn't happen in a month,
nuts.
1 month. Like how many times could it possibly snow that this would be necessary? Wow, that's construction is just such. I'm getting bills from my lawyer again for equity shit, and I'm just like, this is all made up, man. I just know this is made up.
What do you mean?
I just know that he like is on the phone with the opposing counsel and then hangs up and he's probably like, I guess that was probably an hour, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Put another hour on there. You know, it's just like unless there's some. I don't think there's a fucking like you're playing in chess where you hit the button and stop the time. It's just like I know you're just rounding up and just making up numbers and no, it's like going to the mechanic or the vet. It's just like, okay, here's the bill.
Yeah,
I guess I have to pay you this.
It's the Charlie Mack argument. He's wrong, but I don't know it well enough to dispute him on this.
Exactly.
Okay, everyone knows streaming services galore. Everything's a la carte now, right? We're getting streaming this, streaming that. But guess what you lose on the streaming? You lose live TV. You lose live sports. With Sling, you don't do that. Hugely important thing for our demographic and me personally. You love watching live sports, but you're tired of the high prices. It's time to take control of your TV experience, and it's time to go over to Sling. Okay, Sling, you can get all your favorite channels. You got ESPN, you got FS1, you got TNT, you got SEC Network, you got all kinds of crazy channels. Okay, they don't have that on any other streaming service. You get all your sports here. What else do you get? You get your Barstool sports. You get the Yak. You get Stool streams. You get exclusive Barstool content, all for free on the Barstool Sports channel, which is something that we have. Okay, it's the cheapest way to watch college hoops, the NBA playoffs, the entire Formula One season, because we love that now. Anything. It's easy to set up, easy to use, and there's no contract starting at just $35 a month. Sign up right now. You get it free $99. That's free. And 99 is just a joke I added. It's free. You get it for free for 3 days. Whatever you're into, Sling is where you can find the live sports you love all in one place. Go to sling.com/Barstool right now to try it for free. That's sling.com/Barstool.
Whoa. Who's this guy? Is this a filter or is he in like a dark room? You struggle with these new things. I can't start it over. I can't hear it.
Hey everybody, it's the Trade God here. It's a hair past midnight.
Wait, what?
I just
What God?
finished today's Wordle, and it's fucking crazy how good I am at this game. And everybody out there that also plays Wordle and is thinking like, oh no, I'm better than you. No, you're not. We are not the same. We are not the same. I promise you that. If you think my guest distribution makes my balls tingle, for anybody out there that plays, let me put it to you like this. I've been playing for a month, and I have recorded one more 4 than I have recorded a 2. Let that one soak. I am recording 4s and 2s at virtually the same rate. So basically my question is, what's something as specific as Wordle that you are just absolutely elite at? Then Trade God.
Bro, that was awesome. I like that.
Yo, he's Hall of Fame, voicemail Hall of Fame Wordle guy.
That was
how depressing. Well, that's a strong word, but I don't know why I care. But like the fact that it switched over to the New York Times and it has the New York Times font and stuff.
Dude, mine doesn't still.
I think it does. I think you
just gotta refresh it.
No, it's I played it today.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What I have noticed though is the words have changed very much.
Yeah, no more.
We are no longer getting fucking sexy.
Moist and
we got fucking pause was my first one I ever got wrong. Pause.
You got it wrong, or you?
I did not get it in time. I did not.
Yeah.
I won 6 guesses. Did not get it. I had for 2 guesses. I had PA blank SE, and I just pause was not.
What did you do? Like
I did. I honestly was just guessing. I was just putting in letters.
Really?
So I had like pies.
I almost got fucked today on Ulcer because the worst thing that can happen to you in Wordle is you get something like the ER.
Yeah,
because now I'm just guessing all the 5-letter ER words, and there's like 60,000 of them, and you might just get the wrong ones. I got pinched on Elder. Elder was the one that fucked me. I guess
my stats are very good though.
Well, once you have a
motherfucker, it just happened.
Yeah. I knew it was about to. What is your?
Well, guess what? Guess who got a first guest today?
Yeah, I know. So what's your distribution of?
I have 1-1, which I've already gotten today.
I actually, you want to know how much of a nerd I am? That same thing happened to me, and I didn't do it because I want my 1 to be 1. I want my hole in 1 to be real. I don't want it to be. God, I'm a loser.
I have 3 2s, 5 3s, 11 4s, 14 5s, 3 6s.
I have. And how many have you done?
30.
Yeah, okay. Because I refreshed my thing once, so I have less than that. I have 1 2, 3 7s, 8 4s, 12 5s, and 4 6s. But I also had probably 14 days before when I cleared it, so I don't know what my main thing would be. But that guy was fucking funny. I would say, I mean, I'm not great at Wordle, but I do think I am pretty good at it. I think, what am I specifically good at? This is I used to do Wordle when it was a game show called Lingo, and I was good at that. I think I'm really good at Taboo.
What's Taboo?
Taboo is the game where it's you have a word that you have to get your partner to say, but there's a banned list. Or Pyramid. Anything where it's I have to get you to say the word, but I can't do certain things. I'm pretty good at that. But also that's tough because it requires a partner. It's I'm only good as good as you are. Yeah. But I can usually figure out a way to describe the situation pretty quickly.
I'm also great at anything.
I think I am an elite masturbator. I think I'm a really, really good masturbator. I think I'm exceptional at eating pussy too.
Yeah. I have a bunch of box. Fucking,
I don't know.
Fucking muck it up.
It's so hard to compare. Because it's I don't know how or what or who we would compare to, but I
eat pussy better than fucking porn stars. I know that.
That's what I mean.
I've seen you guys. You guys fucking.
I need a. But you know that
porn stars eat pussy like they fucking are gay. Porn stars eat pussy like they're scared of pussy.
Porn stars eat pussy like they're on camera.
Bro, I eat pussy like I'm trying to reverse the birthing process.
Yeah, you're not gonna see the problem. The problem when we eat pussy, you ain't gonna see the pussy.
I'm trying to get in it, dude.
Looking around. I'm in there like the chicken coop.
I'm going fucking Groundhog's Day with that snatch.
Snatch is a tough one.
I'm a little fucking it's Groundhogs, right? The little things they had at the zoo who poke up through fucking
6 more weeks of winter, bitch.
What's up?
I actually I think if I had to pick a skill, I think it would be going down and fingering chicks. That's probably what I think. The only thing I do physically that I can do pretty well. I also think I think I'm a good.
I'm good at exercising.
Yeah, dude, you are good at that.
I am the. It sucks. It is the.
Also, by the way, blogging for us is we're very, 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 very elite at blogging.
Yeah. Some of the greatest of all time.
Literally.
I'm in Eastbound and Down when fucking what's his name?
Kenny Powers
says I'm not trying to be the best at exercising.
You are the best at exercising.
I am great at
You really are. And that's because your father's out here doing triathlons.
I can if you put me in a room with 3 random objects, I can make a workout out of it.
Yeah, you're like a caveman. Yeah. You're also exceptional at doing cocaine.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I would.
I don't think you have enough experience because I've seen people who are way better.
Really?
Yeah. Dude.
I mean, you're right. I don't have experience, but this is not an opinion that only I hold, and there are other people I know that I do think have experience who have said, your reputation precedes you.
I can fucking party, bro.
You can party.
I can fucking party.
You can party. It is the amount of time you can do it, and it's impressive.
Yeah, I can party for days, bro.
But specifically that form of party. What? Anything else that I'm good at? I think a lot of those board game type of things I can do pretty well. And I think I'm actually good at trivia that's not I think the dozen trivia is the one type of trivia tailored that I'm not good at, like remembering sports stat sort of things. I guess a lot of trivia is memory, but I think a little less specific trivia and more broad topic type trivia I think I'd be good at. But like when they start in the dozen, when they start being like, I was just thinking the other day, I'm like nervous about getting a question on the dozen that's like, who was the 2015 Mets World Series like left fielder? And I'm just gonna be like, oh, fuck. I mean, I don't know. Like, was it Granderson? Was it, you know what I mean? Like even things that I'm like, he would definitely know. I'm like, I don't know if I really remember that, but I don't know. Other random like, I guess maybe non-sports trivia. Anyway, one more voicemail.
Hey, what's up? It is dating app or pineapple girl or whatever the fuck my identifier is. So after you guys went through and said what the worst habits that you picked up from KFC and Feits were, I realized that I also overuse the word cunt in my everyday life, and I also just look at every bad situation in my life as a story. It's all for the content. I just had a very not pineapple situation occur, if you know what I mean, if you're catching my drift. And I was just like, it's all for the plot. I was like, the TikTok content I'm gonna get out of this is gold. Like, it's fine. I have like 2,000 followers, but to be fair, all 4 of my fans are laughing. But let's turn this around. Let's make this positive. No sui jar today. What is the best habit that you've picked up from KFC and Feits?
Honestly,
Is this somebody? Did you do this?
Yeah,
when
she
you were
called
little?
them the
Okay.
worst ones when on her
Worst
worst habits
habits
she picked up.
And she's pineapple because like the pineapple breakup, or is there something else about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Keep
it up, girl. Keep calling in.
The
best habits from us.
Yeah.
So well,
I think she nailed them. I think like looking at bad situations, like what's a great story to tell is a pretty good one.
You know what is really funny?
You gotta be careful.
What's funny?
That was our bad one.
Huh?
I think that was our bad one, not being able to take a situation
Seriously?
seriously without being
But-
like, well, this is going to be great content.
But what is a good one? What's funny is technically that the habit that you're talking about is being optimistic. Right? Maybe not optimism, but like let's make the best. Like what we do is technically see the glass half full, which is crazy. But when some bad shit happens, we say, well, this is going to be a funny story for the podcast. It's actually not that bad. That to think that we're the optimistic or glass half full or hey, you know, life's not so hard is pretty funny because we're usually like, kill yourself. I would say, so for fans, tweet at us. What are your answers from like us and all these
this
people
is
on the
one we
show.
can answer. So
But
I actually had them go around.
Yeah, because for
They probably
me,
don't have anything.
I would say your whatever you call like not caring about what other people think. I picked that up from you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that either. I don't have words for things. I'm not
It's like,
pens, I don't have words.
Well, no, I mean, I guess it's what's funny is you would think that would be called like self-esteem, like personal,
It's not.
but it's not because you do it, but you do it in a real way. You do it out of like, I think it's more important to do it the way you do it. If someone's just like so confident in themselves that when people chirp at them, it doesn't affect them. And like, it's like, okay, man, that's like Tom Brady could do that. Michael Jordan could do that, you know?
Yeah.
But the rest of us being realistic is what you are, where you're like, those people are going to say things about me that hurt my feelings and make me like do my job less good. So I'm going to avoid it. It's self-control. You have self-control.
You have
self-control.
a bizarre amount of self-control.
When it comes to when it comes to that.
When it comes to everything.
Everything?
Dude, like when I saw the doctor.
That is true. You stop drinking, stop partying.
I went to Vegas.
You go
and
on your kicks where you exercise and eat healthy and all that shit.
I like didn't drink in Vegas and like eat. Like my doctor was like, "You didn't drink at all."
Yeah, most
I was
people.
like, "You told me not to." He's like, "And you just didn't?" I'm like, yeah, I didn't because you told me not to.
No, and it's impressive.
I was like, I had to sip my mom's wine. He's like, and that was it, really. I was like, yeah, that was it. I just wanted.
Yeah, you doctors should study your brain to break things like addiction and abuse and stuff because you are so indifferent that you know it's like people with addicted brains and bodies are like I need that because I like need to feel good or whatever. You're just like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't need that.
I just do
I
things
guess
I like.
Tonight's
doing.
like tonight. I won't feel that way. Whatever.
Yeah.
And tomorrow maybe I will. Maybe I
That's
won't.
basically
Like,
exactly it. I'm like, yeah, if I want to do it, I do it.
I don't wanna do it.
But nothing ever makes me want to do it.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, that's what I feel like doing right now, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, they should study your brain for that kind of stuff. That self-control is important. But specifically for me is like the way you do it for the internet, where it's like that's going to be I try to convey that to other younger people who work here. It's like you want to be successful, make as much money as you can, be as popular as you can. Reading this shit will be a hindrance. So don't do that for yourself. That's why it makes me want to puke when Dave says flat out like he keeps up with Barstool sports content through the Reddit page. It's like the one thing you probably shouldn't, and that's like what defines all of our careers here. It's fucking insane. But yeah, tweet at us what are the best habits you picked up from KFC.
Do
You guys have
nothing.
Nick?
Jackie looks like she's gonna puke. Just talking. She's like, did I pick up anything that's worthwhile from this?
I don't know. Like,
you guys have to have an answer because it could be for
stuff-
Nick too.
yeah.
You have to have something.
Like just stuff that I've learned straight up from you guys.
Or change the way you did things, or.
I mean, I had no idea what I was doing when I got in here, so pretty much everything has been through this.
Oh yeah, you learned like snake it till you make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I learned how to like manage a little bit with like these knuckleheads.
Definitely.
But yeah, definitely stuff like that because I kind of look at how you guys like treat us and like. I want to lead like that, and I like some of the bosses that I've had where I'm like, it is being led by fear, and it's
rather than like a positive reinforcement.
I think it's an episode of Parks and Rec where they do it, so it's not real science necessarily, but like they do where Jerry is. They have Ron like scare him to do something that somebody encouraged him, and it's like he got more done, but there was 90% of it was wrong because he was like afraid.
Crazy,
and it's like you have to find the balance, definitely. But like, yeah, I think I've definitely
that's a
learned
valid
that from
one.
you guys.
What about you, idiots?
I would say not agreeing with people as much. Like I feel like with a group of people would always like something, I would just like pretend to like it just because everybody likes it.
That's a good fucking solid answer.
Listening to you guys and being around you guys, I'm like, I don't really like those things that much. And I'm gonna make fun of you guys.
That is, I think, one of the most important things. I hate people who love everything. It's like there's no way you love every single show, every single song, every single everything.
Right.
Speak up if you don't like it. That doesn't mean you're a hater or a contrarian. You're not not like things. And we finish up with Bean Girl. What has Jackie learned or changed or embraced
Nothing.
I
or?
don't think any.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
sounds-
say
that sounds
I don't
about
think
right.
I don't think I have like. I think something. I say it. I don't really have a filter anymore. I think something. I tweet it. You guys don't really have a filter. I also kind of like what you were saying before. Like now, I think if all else fails.
OnlyFans. That's what Jackie. The best habit I picked up is I know at the end of the day I can whore myself out.
I tried to settle down with the girl and started having sex with her with no rubber, and our pH was off.
Oh no!
And she got vaginitis.
Oh no!
And I ate her out and I got vaginitis in my throat. And
no, that's some Michael Douglas shit. What
what
happens with
does that
vaginitis
entail?
in your throat?
it's like laryngitis. It's basically like bacterial laryngitis, and like you need antibiotics for it. And everybody kept saying I had COVID, and I'm like, it's not COVID. I've already had COVID. This doesn't feel like it. So like it's going forever. Finally, I find some antibiotics. I take them. It clears it up. And I'm not even thinking about the girl.
Yeah.
And
we're at 94,000 subscribers on KFC Radio, the YouTube channel. I need to have it hit 6 figures. I need 100,000 for 2022. Let's make it happen. When we hit 100K, we'll give you all sorts of content. We're going to deliver on everything we've been promising. So please just subscribe. All you got to do is log in with your Gmail, click subscribe. Whether or not you actually even use YouTube doesn't fucking matter. All it does is help us. So take your Gmail, log in, click subscribe, and help us out.